I hope they just skip to the lovers part so they can stop fighting each other.
Sure. All right, so I'm really excited to show off this game because it's like my favorite game as far as like
I'm very
visuals
excited.
and stuff go. I'm really excited. A lot of reading in this game because all the voice acting is Animal Crossing voices.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's me. So I also might need to move my camera. I don't actually know.
That's okay.
I suppose.
What's it called? I was just gonna say in a bit I might have to quickly step out just because I have to grab an order, but
No worries.
that's not for a while yet, so it should be good.
No problem. A tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui.
Shiranui. We love you.
The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. Hello, Liam. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior, Nagi, attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements.
Juke him.
Just broke his ankles. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to the Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber.
Yo, we haven't even started. This is already sad as shit. What the fuck?
I know.
That's Japanese folklore, baby.
Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. And that's where we begin. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Yeah, Liam. Infinite Tsukuyomi, baby.
In Digimon, Orochimon's an ultimate level Digimon that digivolves from Aizmon.
Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. Whoops.
Way to go, moron!
Yeah, he's not extremely intelligent.
Sometimes touching magic weapons left in strange temples should be left alone.
Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds, Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me, and unleash my power.
Or maybe don't. Just as a thought.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't.
He did run.
He did
so-
just book it.
okay.
Yeah. There's that.
Hi, Orochi.
His neck's got versatility.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got head for days.
Yeah.
So much head.
Not quite head, it's just like noodle neck.
It's true.
For like
He-
1,000 years.
Orochi is very much the danger noodle archetype.
Yeah, it's like neck forward.
Yeah. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins.
No big deal, just some boulders flying through the sky.
Exactly. Wood Sprite Sakia. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all.
Hey, Cheryl, did you see the weather outside? I know, it's like a prophecy of certain doom or something.
So troublesome.
Okami Amaterasu.
You're so cute.
Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demons so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff.
Aw. Nap time.
Amaterasu. Gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon.
Yo, sun god, wake up!
But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your power to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Ho ho ho. Ooh, hee hee hee. Ha 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 ha. She's being tickled. Phew, what on earth? You again.
Is it a bug?
He's a little bug boy.
I like bugs.
Ow, 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 ow. Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist.
Oh
The
my
name's the
God.
Sun. Wandering artist is
Me?
Sun. Yeah. Tiny artist.
Yeah.
I'll
I am
show you
tiny.
just how great I am, and it
And
won't
I
be
do
long.
technically do art.
Yeah, there you go. till you're bowing before my great brush. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kind of down in the dumps. Actually, you look kind of familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranui.
Did you eat him?
Yeah. Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber.
Oh my god.
And you'll regret messing with the greatest son. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denkomaru, against you.
Is this really the time to be squabbling about how good you look when the sky is literally a tornado?
Yeah, literally. Well, what's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh great god Amaterasu, I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? That Sakia girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit? That's the fruit? That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored? But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap.
Oh my god.
It's true.
Yeah.
I guess we're going into the tree.
Very true.
Where are we? Got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. Thanks. I'll change your point of view. Boy, you look really helpless, so you're gonna be okay. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. 1 second, let me
I found the tutorial part.
yeah, let me uninvert the joystick.
Press
Or
the
camera control. Wait, it's
press the button.
That's normal. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's not normal. Hold on. I need
Invert it again.
It must be inverted.
I was gonna say, I love the aesthetic
There
of
we
this
go.
so far.
Oh, I mean, the game's visuals are just unmatched, honestly.
Oh,
This
yeah.
game is
I've
from
seen-
2006, and it's like...
Yeah.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
That's a save point.
Yep.
I mean, an origin mirror.
Yeah.
Mm.
Your memories will be remembered forever.
Can I get a job in save point design?
Yo, honestly.
Can that just be my whole job in life?
That'd be awesome.
Someone was pointing out a screenshot from there's a Toho Metroidvania game, and the save point is a phone booth. But there's a great scene where the tutorial NPC is telling you to go. You can call her at any time to save your progress, and the first phone booth is 5 feet away from her. And so you pick up the phone and call, and she answers, and she's just like, "Don't worry about it."
Oh my god.
Another thing I really like about this game is because you're not actually a wolf. You're you're the basically creation god. Whenever
Yeah.
Ami runs, little grass starts growing behind her.
Oh, that's cute.
Whoa, hold on there, Furball. Get a load of that. You can double jump if there's a wall. That's the
Wall jump
tutorial.
Womp womp. That's so cute. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
The game loop is a lot like Legend of Zelda,
Mm.
just with a much more fun aesthetic to it, and sort of almost weird, almost RPG style fights.
Yeah. They're
Not in
kind of
those-
almost like beat 'em up-y fights.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
when I said RPG, I meant not in the sense that there's an RPG progression, but more in the sense that you get pulled into a fight arena
Yeah.
and do
Yeah.
it.
This is where we discover
Yeah,
the core gameplay mechanic.
Out of a Kayami.
Mm.
Yeah, we will be calling Amaterasu Ami for the whole game. That's just her name. Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say.
I have to step away quickly. I will
No
be back
problem.
in a couple minutes.
Yep, sounds good. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I've practiced really hard just to master this one technique, but there are 13. Each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but god or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? Well, I'm glad you asked, son. River of the Heavens. River of the Heavens? You mean the fabled Stardust River? I sure don't see anything like that around here. Couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? Let's look at the next spot. Wow, look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey, look. Are those stars forming a pattern? Or is it just me?
Durgan.
There's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star.
Well, like it's hard.
Bah. Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press R to hold the brush. Then Y to draw. Sure spent a lot of time practicing that.
Hey, player, do it better. I love the brush gods.
Me too. Yomigami. Ah, why if it isn't Mother Amaterasu? I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust.
My favorite thing about the DS pseudo-sequel Okami Den is the fact that all the brush gods are just like the babies of like the actual brush gods. It's very cute.
It is super cute. Wow, that was Yomigami, the god of rejuvenation. Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you were as good with a brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Who else can master this incredible god technique? Wow.
Yo, Isun, you're not paying attention.
Isun is not remembering what genre of game he's in. Wonder if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Nah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but fixing a starry river? There's no way you could pull off a stunt like that.
Watch me.
Oh, you'll see. Whoa! A river of stardust! So this really must be the river of the heavens. But what I really want to know is who the heck drew the darn thing? I love the little dog paddle. Dog. Dude, can you pet the dog? Is like, I don't know what to say about this game.
The dog pets you.
Literally. Look what you found, Furball. This astral pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here. Got it. But there's some food in here.
Smack.
One of these anyway.
No, that's money.
That's money. Consumed apple. Nectar-filled sour apple fills astral pouch a little bit. You consume peach. Juicy and fragrant peach fills astral pouch a little bit. You consumed orange. Orange with sharp citrus taste Fills Astro Pelch a little bit. Oh, this game is so pretty.
Again, kids, instead of graphic fidelity, we could just have cool art styles.
It's true.
But no, you want to see the real-life Mads Mikkelsen in a digital suit. So,
I do kind of want to see the real-life Mads Mikkelsen in a digital suit.
I know. Okay, but what if we just did Mads Mikkelsen, but in an Okami style?
Amazing. Is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil. 100 years ago with the help of the White Wolf Shiranui. First the River of the Heavens, and now this place? Where the heck are we, Furball? Well, this place is a wreck. See, that sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place.
They were busy with god stuff.
They don't have time for your shit.
Sword.
That really was your brushwork all this time. How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you, anyway? My favorite thing about Ami is that she's basically all-powerful, but she can't talk. So, a lot of miscommunications.
It's a fun bit.
It's great.
It's like, well, it's funny to me because like you're the silent protagonist, but it's also like they answer their own questions.
I love the mouse.
Mouse rat.
Tachigami.
Tachigami.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time. But with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil. And now we get the slicey power. Slice!
Hassan Chop.
Ooh, a Hassan Chop. Hey, was that was the god Tachigami, master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute. If you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that Shiranui. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi? When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into the 13 brush gods. This is crazy. Shiranui and Nagi? It's just like the legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing your stuff off on that boulder over there? Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it till I see it.
Slice.
Wow! I didn't think you had it in you, Furball. I'm not even in the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Furball. Or, I mean, Amaterasu. I've made up my mind. If you're Shiranui reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you! It's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made the decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the power slash, you can cut down that thing Sakuya was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. I'd love to.
Slice.
Slice and dice.
Very important crazy taxi guidance era.
What was that? Where'd they come from? Whatever. Draw first, ask questions later, right? You know that divine instrument you have in your back? Well, press the Y button to use its power against them. Bonk, bonk. And then once they go gray, you... Oh, they want me to... Yeah, I know. Sorry, I've played this game a lot. Yump.
I know more than you.
Me too, son. I always like how the enemies turn into little flowers. It's also funny that they have like a encounter like score.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Don't be bad at fights.
There's some really cool abilities you can get later on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to get there. Yump. Slice.
You gone, imp?
Yump. Oh, wait.
Not quite.
That's a demon thing. Fang forged in demonic hatred, beautiful and deadly. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Oh, there's also a very funny thing about this game. So if you go in circles, right? The game's like really good handling. So if you're going in circles, it just looks like this. But if you really go in circles, it kind of looks like this. And if you really go in circles, it looks like this. Which is just funny to me.
The physics just stopped making sense.
Yeah, they're like, you want to go fast? We'll go fast. And the dog's just like it just goes. In the PS2 version of this game, you used to be able to time the inputs so that you could kind of like make the paw prints bigger on the loading screen if you like did it in time with the paw prints appearing. But in this version, they took it out for whatever reason. I'm sad about it. It's okay. The other loading screen variant is like just you can just mash A to make a bunch of paw prints all over the place. So
nice.
That's fun.
It reminds me of just Gaia 4 and making the little spinning pretty just bounce off the screen.
Yeah.
Direction.
Or Three Houses when you can kind of change, like tilt your controller to make Byleth walk.
Yeah.
Yonk.
Kaboom!
One of the various restoration segments that Okami was really well known for back in the day.
I mean, it looks great.
Oh, yeah.
Leaf particles.
We love to see it.
Liam has a points reward suggestion for you.
Sure.
Dylan.
What's up, bud? What's the suggestion?
Buy my silence permanently. For 8,000 points a month, I will stop.
5,000 points to remove a piece of clothing. Ha, that's a hilarious idea. No.
Oh, 50,000.
50,000? It's still no.
It's still no.
I came back to a very interesting conversation
Hello,
that's been
Andy.
happening.
Yeah.
Hi, why are we talking about taking out clothing?
We're not.
Okay.
Anyway.
We
because
restored the village, and now we're trying to figure out what's going on with everybody. But everybody's a statue still. They're not like back to normal.
It's so cute.
Yeah. Got a bad feeling about this.
I also took pictures or screenshots of the various gods so that you could actually see them.
Oh, you're gonna love them. We're gonna see quite a few of them. We've seen the first 2 out of 13. Kamiki Village is supposed to be famous for its scenic beauty.
So there's Umigami, who is a big floaty danger noodle.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And then I think this one is Tachigami?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the screenshots for me. I owe you my life.
I just had a feeling you would appreciate them, so I was like...
No, yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
No worries. Also, they mentioned something about souls arriving out of brushes while painting, and I'm like, Andie is an artist. Andie knows about painting souls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's blocked the only road out of the village. Doesn't look like you could squeeze through anywhere. Besides, I don't even know if it's safe to leave the village yet.
Chop!
There's also a bark button.
Good.
I love that.
It's
Does it do anything, or is it just a bark?
You just bark.
I love that.
Yeah.
You are a dog, and you must bark.
Sometimes you just gotta bark your feelings.
Bonk. Bonk.
No good. This one's not moving. Everyone here was perfectly fine just a few hours ago. There's definitely something strange going on around here. The village is back, but what's up with this dark sky? Maybe it's dark outside the village, too? Let's find some high ground so we can take a look. Wow, high ground
There's
again?
something strange. in the neighborhood.
Oh, they got the fucking crazy taxi arrow.
One wolf guy.
Wolf guy.
Wolf guy.
Wolf guy. Woo.
Didn't?
Every day
No,
we're
it
out
was-
here being wolf guys.
No, it's Sega that did Crazy Taxi.
Yes.
I was like, it's not Capcom.
No.
I'm currently enjoying some like pulled pork.
Ooh. I love pulled pork.
It's like from this sushi place that Isaac and I really like called Katsu Burger,
Yeah.
and it's their crazy fries. It's got like it's like regular fries with braised pulled pork, like sriracha. It's got cheese. It's got like
Oh my
katsu
gosh.
sauce on it. Like, oh, it's so good.
So this is fun because if you know like a little bit about Japanese mythology, they're like, oh, the sun's not even out, and you might think to yourself like, oh, we probably have to find another god that knows the sun power. But Amaterasu is the god of the sun in Japanese lore,
Oh.
and that's who we are. So we can just do it already. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the? Come to think of it, your name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So it'd follow that you had the sunrise technique from the start. With it, you could even learn to turn. You could even turn night into day. There is some night-day mechanics in this game. Wow, you're no run-of-the-mill god, that's for sure. The flowing brush is like music from the heavens. That's a line from one of my grandfather's poems. He felt a skilled artist was like a musician of shape and color. Since you're such a great artist yourself, why don't we name your brushwork after this poem of his? It's called Celestial Brush. After all, your brush did bring out the sun. Well, Ami, let's go back to the village. You gotta see the villagers are back to normal now. True. I love this guy. Who are you? Village Elder,
Is
Mr.
that-
Orange.
A little orange on his head.
It is.
Yep.
I love that for him.
A white wolf.
Mr. Orange.
Not the one who fought that terrible creature with Nagi. You couldn't possibly be the legendary Shiranui. No, it can't be. That story is 100 years old. I love this little still of just the dog sitting in front of him and just listening. Still,
Yeah.
you look
I
a
do
lot
love-
like that statue of Shiranui. Everybody
the
else
way he
sees
talks,
Ami
he
like this.
this guy doesn't talk with his mouth. He talks with his like the top of his head.
Yeah,
Like his animation is his forehead like jiggled
yeah.
as he speaks. It's like, are you okay? Is
No.
should your skull be able to do that?
He's Canadian?
He's Canadian? Oh my god.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't need to growl like that. Can you really understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not one to mince words. I just state the facts.
My cat is currently doing everything in his power to try and lick my hands, and I really wish he would stop.
Every new enemy, we get this really great, like, traditional art piece of them.
Mmm.
Oh, I love it so much. What's a sudden chill down my spine? Here, they come for a ball. Those are the monsters that have been plaguing these lands. They sneak into villages and cause all sorts of trouble. Step aside for a ball. This is a job for my trusty sword, Denkomaru. Ami said no,
Are
it
you
is not.
sure?
Just chucks him.
Eat. Ooh. I love the ginkgo leaves that pop out.
Yeah.
Did you know that the ginkgo tree is such an old type of tree that it's still exclusively pollinated by beetles because they existed before bees evolved?
Oh my god. That's insane.
Yeah. They're really, really old. Like, ginkgo trees existed during the dinosaur times.
Wow.
It's so fucking tight. I love them.
Wow, you really get aggressive when you're mad, don't you? Hey, you got yourself some praise. And look, see how that dried up spring began flowing again? That's because ridding an area of monsters restores the god's power. To the land, people call it divine intervention. The more you restore the land to its natural beauty, the more praise you'll get. It's the source of your power. So we can level up, basically, by healing the land.
Hmm.
Yeah. Looks like he thinks you're a regular wolf. Seems the gods have grown so weak, people can't even see them anymore. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Oh, anyway, I'll show you around the village. I have a feeling we're in for an epic adventure. This should be fun, Furball. You got some feed bags, some seeds. You can also find animals. And you can feed the animals. You get a really, really cute cutscene.
That's so cute.
You get a really cute cutscene where Ami is just sitting in front of them while they eat. Obtain spirit globes.
That's so fun.
Restores a little spirit energy. Love to see it. Let's see here. Let's run down here real quick. Yeah, we can feed the birds.
Love how you can just like
There we
eat yourself off the side and
Oh,
be
yeah.
totally fine. I guess you are a dog. Not dog, a god. Obviously, dogs can survive cliff jumps.
Yeah.
That is a known dog fact.
Known dog fact. Can survive cliff dives.
Borzoi have a vertical jump of 200 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Love his little sparrow.
Yeah. And so when you feed animals, they give you praise, which you can use again to level up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You can also bite people. They don't like it.
No, I don't imagine they
But
would.
it's useful for, like, if you have to bring someone somewhere, you can drag them. Because, again, you can't really talk to them. Mushi's mama. I've had just about enough of this. I don't know if it's stray dogs or monsters or what, but someone keeps messing up my crops. Going around digging holes with X. It makes me mad. If I catch you digging around here, you'll get a good thumping. And you can see now that we can...
Oh my god.
There's a little mini game. You can serve turnip. Tuber with crispy texture. Fills Astro pouch.
Ooh. Oh, yeet.
She wants to...
She's coming to fuck you up.
She wants to give me a thumping.
You gonna get thumped, bro.
I'm about to be thumped.
I love how these birds love you, and this one wants your head.
Yeah. Trying to hit me with her little bucket of water on her hat. Oh, she got me.
Bonk.
That's okay. That's Mr. Orange's house.
I was gonna say, is that the orange man's house?
It
Because there's
is.
giant oranges out front.
Mushi.
That's fucking hilarious.
Hmm? A white wolf? Now that's just plain weird. Sure looks like a little weak little bugger. Think you could beat my dog, Hayabusa? Well, listen to this. There's this field my mom attends to, you see. Well, Hayabusa managed to dig up 9 turnips in a row, even though my mama was chasing him around trying to slug him. There are actually 10 turnips in that field. Hayabusa is fixing to get all 10. Oh, don't want me to talk to me. Think you can dig up all the turnips in my mama's field? Don't forget you have to avoid being slugged by my mama. I'll admit, you're the better canine if you can do it. Ah, she's gonna try and slug us? Not exactly my idea of a good time, mommy. At least you have your celestial brushwork and wicked brushstroke. They're like, you could cut her up if you want. I'm like, maybe not. I like this little old lady here. I think she's Mr. Orange. Yeah, Mrs. Orange. A white wolf. No, that's a rare sight. Did you come down from the mountains just to play with us? Well, you better be careful, dear. Lately, some monsters have been attacking the villagers. Do you even know who you're talking to, Grandma? This here is Shiranui Reborn. The wolf and I have it covered. These monsters are history. Well, if it isn't a son, and riding a wolf, are we? This one certainly resembles Shiranui, especially in the nose. Well, I'd better get back to my work, mumble mumble. Here to listen to the ramblings of an old woman, are you? Well, I was doing the laundry, but when it was ready to dry, I noticed my drying pole was gone. Oh, whatever shall I do? I'll tell you what we'll do. So we got a brush power from the dragon that you saw there, called Rejuvenation, and it means you can restore things that should be there.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. A new drying pole. Oh my, where did that come from? The gods must have answered my prayers. How wonderful. Time to dry the laundry.
I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Hold
Yep,
on.
no problem. Well, I'm glad I was able to hang my laundry, but the sun seems to be so far away these days. Maybe it doesn't like all those monsters that are lurking about. If only it would shine closer. My laundry would dry in a second. The sun has suddenly drawn so close. My laundry will be bone dry in no time. First my pole and now this. Will the miracles never cease? Maybe I ought to make some cherry cakes to offer the sun. Come back tonight if you want some too, Snowball. No one makes better cherry cakes. They're mouth-watering good. Praise. And we'll go talk to the lad. Jeez, he's always sounding like a bear. This is the home of that 2-bit middle-aged warrior Susanoo. He goes around claiming to be a descendant of Nagi. He's famous around here for his lineage, but he's awfully lazy and too off the wall to be a descendant of a legendary hero. I am the greatest.
Just had to put away groceries.
No
not
problem.
groceries. Like leftover food. That is not groceries. I know what
It's like the same kind of idea. It's all food you're gonna use.
Yeah, that's true. Goes where the food goes.
Anyway, we tried to wake up our new friend Susanoo, but he is sleeping, and he will not wake up even when Ami tackles him. So his son's like, let's just go do something else. There's also, I don't know if it really comes across in like the screen share, but everything also kind of has this texture like it's on canvas.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it definitely like has that sort of papery look to it almost.
Yeah, like you can see it in like the whites a lot, like Ami herself.
Yeah.
You can kind of see that texture, but yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like a storybook.
Oh yeah. Kushi. Well, what a fine-looking wolf. What's your name? Mine's Kushi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sake brewer, Kushi. Working in the fields again, are you? Hey, son, are you and the wolf together? This is where I grow the rice for making my sake, you know. I have to manage the harvest all on my own. It's hard work. Maybe I should have Susanoo give me a hand again this year. Oh, listen to me blabbering on. I just can't help chatting to you. We love Kushi.
I was gonna say, she's very cute.
Yeah. You meet many people who want to talk to you like this. You should talk to them 2 or even 3 times. Being a god and all, you can actually talk to whenever you want, because you'll see a triangle above their head. That means they still have something to say. Might even be valuable information sometimes. May just be muttering to themselves, but it pays to listen.
Good that they mention when they have new stuff to say.
Yeah, the indicator was actually like peak usefulness back in the PS2 era.
Yeah.
Because, like, I admit, there's not, like, a ton of clean ways unless you just want to make the conversation go on for a super long time, which I can see why you maybe don't want to do that, but, yeah, it was good game design for me when I was a kid, because this was kind of before the era of, like, rampant walkthroughs. Like, a lot of games had walkthroughs, but, like, definitely not all of them.
No, yeah. They had to sort of be legible on their own.
Yeah. So Susanoo, we found out, is always on his own, needs a friend, kind of a lonely guy, likes Kushi, and Kushi likes him quite a bit, but that's kind of it. A lot of the other villagers kind of view him as, like, no good. He claims to be the descendant of the legendary hero that we heard about in that little prologue section.
Oh, yeah.
But it seems like the villagers don't really believe him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not quite convinced.
Yeah, they're like, well, I don't know about legendary hero. You kind of seem like a bum. And he's like, no, really, believe me. Source, just trust me, bro. Just gonna try and get all 10. If we don't do it on this try, though, we're gonna be like, all right, don't even worry about it. Oh no.
Yeet. She's like after you. I'm impressed that the water on her jug on her head hasn't like.
I know. Oh my gosh, I'd messed up.
Oh, right at the end.
Yeah, that's alright. That's alright. So okay, I think there's like a bard up here that we want to talk to.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he's a shopkeep as well. Kumuso. Ah, I feel it. I sense it. Foul beasts dwell in this place. Concentrate. Look hard. You see, right behind you now.
Oh.
He was right.
Called it.
He did. And we do actually, believe it or not, this is a game with like 4 or 5 different weapon types And like multiple, like there's a lot going on with this game as far as like combat and the exploration goes. We get a lot of like upgrade. We get a double jump. We get the ability to run on water. We get, you know, we can control all the elements by the end. Like we really, I'm excited to like see how much we progress. Humans are not.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, this game is one of those games. There's only a couple games like this. I think my first one was probably this game. The second one was probably Kingdom Hearts when I played it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of games when I was a kid where I expected them to end multiple times before they actually did. And
yeah.
in my head, I know a lot of people like are like, I just want to move on from a game after a while. But like for me as a kid, I really loved like getting lost. I mean, still today
yeah.
I do, but I loved just getting lost in a world. And so when they didn't end, I was just so excited to see like a new area and more powers and
yeah.
like different weapons and more story. The characters kept evolving.
Yeah.
Like I loved it. It's still one of my favorite things in the game. If a game tricks me into thinking it's gonna end, and it doesn't, there's like a 50% chance I'm gonna end up like falling in love with the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like getting to see, like I don't know, like just getting to like continue playing a game you're already really enjoying and like having it like keep you on your toes.
I think it's kind of like one of those things. So like books can't do this because you like have to hold the book. But like you know when you kind of get towards the end of the book and you're like starting to dread the end because you're like, oh, like I really love this book. I don't want it to end. I'm gonna miss the characters. This is the opposite kind of thing where you're in that mindset and you're already kind of bracing yourself to not get more content with these characters, and then you just do anyway, and you're like, oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. Who the heck put this big rock here? It's blocking the only road out of village. Doesn't look like you could squeeze through anywhere. Besides, I don't even know if it's safe to leave the village yet. Okay, fair enough. Maybe she wants us to talk to Susano now that we talked to
Oh, maybe.
yeah, we talked to the wine or the sake maker.
I haven't tried sake before.
It's very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like, okay, they don't want us to talk to them yet. It's not like quite it's not very similar to like vodka, but there are a lot of similarities from like a very like pure vodka where it like has a kind of watery taste.
Yeah.
Like almost lacks
like
flavoring.
Yeah, and just like burn.
Yeah, it does burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pure vodka taste with like a whiskey burn, I guess is the way I put it. It's good. I mean, it's one of those things where like if you literally like just take a sip, you will like warm up, like physically. You'll feel your body just like increase in temperature.
Yeah, I mean like that's like I have this whiskey that I really like called Sortilege.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot about these two. Sorry, I got really
maple infused. That's okay. It's a maple infused whiskey that is so tasty.
Yeah. Actually, I had a maple whiskey recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Well, if you ever have a chance to try out Sortilege, highly recommend it. It's one that like, what's it called? I remember when I was a kid, because it used to only be sold in Quebec. And my dad travels a lot for work because he's like a motivational speaker, so he's traveling to like different schools all the time. Obviously not right now.
Yeah.
Because you know the world is weird. But pre-pandemic, pre-panorama, he like traveled all the time. And when I was a kid, he would take orders from my family to like go to Quebec and like smuggle Sortilege back.
Wow.
Like,
that popular,
my family would give him like hundreds of dollars to go buy them like multiple bottles so they could stock up for like the year.
That's like impressively popular.
Oh yeah, like people were so excited about it. Like my family is obsessed. That is my seal of approval. Plus, it's really good in hot chocolate.
I believe that.
It's very tasty.
You can do the fight in under 10 seconds. He gives you some praise.
Nice.
I also just like the mechanic of like the god being stronger the more they're praised.
Yeah.
Because it kind of it shows you a difference, like a key difference in how Shintoism views their gods versus like most other pantheon religions, in which like the gods take pleasure in servicing.
Yeah.
Rather than like being served.
Exactly, yeah.
Like they're stronger the more they like benefit society, which is a really interesting take for like your divination, like your divine myth.
Yeah.
Like that's not normal as far as like the rest of the world goes.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not like the standard or like traditional in like common storytelling techniques, but I love it because it puts such an emphasis on like community.
Yeah.
And like taking care of those around you, because like I don't know, if gods are able to take time out of their day to make sure people are like doing all right, then like you can probably manage it too.
Exactly. Oh, we got rice balls. Let's go. And we got some balls of rice. Let's go. The food will revive us if we can fill the pouch.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's useful.
Yeah, it's super useful because it's not like there's no like mechanic for like, oh, is it hard to get food? It's just you get it all the time. We can't get there yet, so this is very much also kind of, it takes a lot of design elements, as James was saying earlier, from like Zelda games.
Yeah.
In that, like, basically, like, you can kind of think of the brushstrokes like items. And the more you get, the more powerful you become, but also the more exploration options you have.
Yeah, like you can go back and like re-explore spaces with these tools. That's like my favorite type of game design, is like getting to like re-explore spaces with new tools and techniques.
Yeah.
Just like anything that like recontextualizes a space that you're already very familiar with, and like makes it exciting again. It's very good.
Yeah. Can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing, to be honest. I do like that sometimes when you do things, the civilians are like, what the heck?
Whoa. Yeah.
But like they can never quite source it back to you.
No, yeah. I'm just like, that's weird. What's the...
Alright, maybe we'll try doing the turnips. I mean, you know, this is the only thing they're still telling me to... Oh, have I talked to the dog? Oh, he doesn't talk yet. I think I might have to do
You just outbark him and he gets spooked.
He gets very spooked.
Go, go, go. I like the little anger sound she makes.
I know.
Sounds like a deflating accordion.
I love that little noise. Oh, gosh. It's harder than it looks because you kind of get stuck in place when you're digging.
I was going to say, it looks like the animation kind of like sticks you there for a second.
I remember the trick I used when I was a kid was like starting a bunch. But I don't know how effective it actually was. Now, let me just try this. They did mention it. Okay, yeah, you just knock her down. Okay, good. I'm like not trying to kill this guy's mom.
Yeah, and just like stun her.
Yeah. Now, if you use, you'll see in the top left, you see the little ink, like canisters or whatever you want to call them, bottles.
Oh yeah.
If you use them all, you just actually turn into a wolf for a little bit, like just a real normal wolf with no powers. So you do kind of have to like watch out for that a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Get over here. Okay, great. And you get the gold, the special turnip. You offered oddly shaped turnip. Hey, that's the oddly shaped turnip. Hayabusa and I have been looking for it. Look at, by the way, this guy has a dragonfly on a little string.
I was gonna say, like, I thought I noticed, like, it was a dragonfly or a butterfly.
Yeah. That means
so
you've
cute.
broken Hayabusa's record by digging up all 10 turnips. Gosh darn it. Fine, you're the better canine. Actually, anyway, it actually feels good to have a new goal to aim for. Give me some praise.
I've returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Like a bolt from the blue, it's time for the Reaper review.
Let's go. It's soon.
Ooh, chess time.
T-minus 1 week, baby.
T-minus 1 week.
Woo!
For the new World Ends With You game.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're
Sorry, my brain was like, wait.
No, you're good.
No,
I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
we're very excited.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hell yeah.
I mean, like, maybe if I think it's like a good stream game after, I'll play it on stream, but like the first time I'll be playing it privately.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if you stream it the first game, I'm not gonna be on any of those streams.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'd
I
be
know.
like, excuse me? No.
That is
I
kind
need
of
to-
the downside to streaming new releases, is a lot of the time it's like, I would like to play that.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's because we got so many gamers.
Now that you did the turnip thing, do you think you could go to the orange guy again and see if he's got
Maybe,
new stuff? Because
yeah.
wait, the shrine you just passed was glowing a little bit, I thought.
Yeah, this thing is, these are the save points, but actually, maybe,
Oh, okay.
I'm just curious, like, maybe they do want me to save? 1 hour already, wow. Time flies when I'm playing Okami. I love this game so much. And this is like very much like tutorial area. There's just like something that I've forgotten that they want me to do. And now
Yeah.
I'm like, oh gosh.
Run on me, run.
But this is probably one of the games that really started my habit of when I was a kid. I would just kind of ignore story stuff and just do my own thing.
Oh, yeah, same.
Like, you know, like for like really silly amounts of time. A lot of the time. Like
Same.
hours and hours. Wait, hold on. I visit Konohana daily, hoping that she will grow again. You two ought to do so too. Oh, okay. You want me to go see the big tree? We'll go see the big tree if you want to see the big tree. Maybe they want me to talk to the sisters again.
Oh, maybe. I was gonna say, I know when, like, I was younger, especially, because I've been playing World of Warcraft for, like, over a decade. Like, I've been playing for fucking ever. And, I remember, especially when I was younger, the only way I would play would be, like, I played a druid, and so I eventually could turn into, like, a seal and like, just swim around underwater.
Yeah.
And so I would just get to the level where I could turn into a seal, and then just swim. I would just go to different bodies of water and swim. It drove my sisters crazy. They would both be max level, and I hadn't even gotten past level 30, because I would be in a level 60 zone, just swimming
Yeah.
and dying every 5 seconds, because everything was way too high level. But I was like, but it's pretty. And I want to be in the water.
I want
They're
to
like,
be
okay,
where
but,
the
like, you
fish
could do
are.
a quest. Just do a quest for 5 minutes, and then you'll actually level up.
That's so funny.
This is like the time I went to the last area of like 2.0 in Final Fantasy 14. And there was just a random guy fishing, just like off the edge.
That's so funny.
And it was just like in the back of my brain, I was like, I just imagine being in character. It's like the world is ending, sir. Like there's an army coming to destroy us all, and you are over here fishing.
I cut to I cut the camera angle to the skeleton that they found at Pompeii, who was like jerking off as the volcano
Oh my god.
came and destroyed him.
I also can't make jokes like this too much because my whole in character bit is my character being like, I just want to weave, and you keep telling me I have to save the world and stuff.
True.
So like I'm gonna do it, but also, how dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, you funky little imps.
Also, the more time you spend comboing people and not getting hit, you see. Oh, well, I'm actually covering it, but there's a little yellow icon in the bottom left. You'll have to believe me.
I can see like the whisper of the
Yeah. Basically, all it does is the color there determines how many times I can get hit and not take damage.
Okay.
So the longer you don't take damage, the longer you can kind of keep that up.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, red is once, yellow is twice, green is 3 times.
That's
Pretty
fun.
basic stuff. The other thing that you can do that's not like technically a brush power, it's just something you can always do, is you can make trees by planting little seeds.
Cute.
They don't stick around for too long, but it's pretty cool. will take more health. Well, it's all coming back to you or what? Huh? It's hard to notice such a small enhancement? Oh, lighten up for a while. This is one big step for the new and improved Amaterasu. Keep up the good work. Oh, I almost forgot. We better check in on that dude. Merchant.
Now you get to go see Sad Boy.
Now we get to go see Sad
Merchant
Boy.
Boy.
Yeah, we do get to see Sad Boy pretty soon. There's no way I can get back to the city now. Say, pup, your owner lives in the village, right? So you must know that guy Susano. Can you get him to come here? They say he's the descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. If anyone can do something with this rock, it's him. That's strange. This boulder wasn't here before. There is also like a very light mystery of like what's going on. Oh, that's a flower. Can I get a tree? That's a flower. Tree? Oh, just flowers for now. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I might get some more. I know. So like for example, right now there's like 3 run speeds we have. We have like normal, just like the little jog that Ami's always doing, like this. We have like the one where Ami has like little green little sprouts.
Yeah.
And then we have one where it's like full on flowers. There's a 4th one that we unlock in a little bit. That's like golden flowers.
Ooh.
And I have a feeling when I unlock that, maybe I'll unlock the tree thing. Planned to meditate underground, but fell fast asleep. We love Susano. He's our disaster man in the cast.
I love that. Is he the one who accidentally unlocked? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good for him. Sometimes you just
he's a shit.
accidentally unleash
Ultimate evil. Yeah.
chaos and destruction.
Like everything else in this game, Susano is also a popular figure from Japanese mythology.
Yeah. The whole game is just folklore and myth.
And as such, there is also a Digimon named Susanomon who's just cool as heck.
Yeah.
It. I'm actually kind of surprised that like Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and Tsunade aren't in this game, because like most Japanese folklore get a reference.
Well, I mean, you know, Yamada no Orochi is obviously the big one, because, you know, big snake.
Yamato, Orochi's only the first boss in this game.
I know.
There's like a lot of like references to different tales and myths and stuff like that. Don't call me a bug.
My girlfriend turned into the moon.
That's rough,
That's
buddy.
rough, buddy.
What do you think you're doing? Oh yeah, Ami just puts Susano on her. What will the neighbors think?
Oh my god.
Shut up, Susano. You're coming with me.
So floppy.
Yeah, this game has very good like physical humor, honestly.
He is a floppy man.
So a big part of Susano in this game, his arc, is that he's not really like a hero.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a lot of references to the fact that maybe Nagi wasn't either. And that Shiranui and Ami do a lot of the work for them. But yeah, it's a really cool bit. You'll see kind of what that means in this game, in this kind of instant here. Well, this size is not very easy, even for me. This will require my utmost focus to magnify the power of my sword. I shall retire to the training grounds to make preparations. Wait for my return. It just takes off.
You also get a lot of Ami's just fed up with this nonsense energy, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are lucky that these monsters took away my like god powers, cause man.
I know I told that merchant I could help, but a boulder of that size? I don't care if I'm of a legendary bloodline, it's just too big. Oh no, I can't believe I've run out of sake at a time like this. This won't do one bit.
God.
That's it for today, I'll just have to train tomorrow.
Oh my god.
I can't train without sake to fuel the fire. Training will just have to wait till tomorrow. Why do today what can be put off until tomorrow? That's doing things the Susano way. Ha ha ha. Sake. Oh yeah, the village has a sake brewing girl, doesn't it? It does, in fact. This game actually, funny enough, for a game that kind of maybe doesn't like look like it and comes from a like Zelda doesn't really have a lot of like what I would describe as like cinematic moments. a lot of it's just like, you know, you're in a boss fight and you hit the thing 3 times and then it kind of dies, and like that's how the segments work. And then other than that, it's just like walking around in the overworld and you hit things with your sword, and you know, like the pretty typical. Sorry, I actually forgot what you wanted. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. We have to fix the water wheel so she can make more sake. But this game has a lot of like kind of fun little moments where Ami has to like defend someone or like help someone pretend they're actually like a hero, and they're all done in these very like cinematic kind of, I don't know, I guess like I wouldn't call them QuickTime events, but they're basically QuickTime events where you have to draw like in time with the cutscene. It's very fun.
Okay.
Who on earth did that? It gave me a lot of hassle as a kid because I couldn't get the timings down, but now it's like as an adult it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But now I can get on with polishing the rice. I was also like, I don't know, 10 when I played this game, so.
Yeah, that definitely contributes.
Yeah, it makes everything a little harder.
Yeah.
I
while we're chatting, I'm like working on some character design stuff because I'm gonna be DMing a new game coming up on Monday.
Nice.
It's for me, Isaac, and his best friend because he's introducing her to D&D for the first time.
Right on.
So I'm working on my little DM PC, and they're like a what's it called? A gnome warlock who is an archfey patron. And the way I'm sort of approaching that is like their patron, and like, you know, Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
And Venom. It's kind of like that. The archfey is like effectively a parasite that's like infesting.
That's cool.
My character, and then like whenever they use magic or anything, they turn into like the part of their body they're using for the spell or the magic starts becoming like a giant plant monster.
That's cool.
So I'm trying to design what the archfey looks like outside of being a parasite. So figuring that out. I might try and design it after like a bug or something.
Exploding Implosion is his power's name.
Oh my goodness.
I love him so much. Huh? Hiya! Susano style. Exploding Implosion.
My goodness.
With alcohol, I'm unstoppable.
Literally.
I was gonna say, this guy had a sip of sake and was just like, I can do anything!
Yep.
As long as
Also,
my dog's
look
nearby.
at him looking at his own sword, being like, "Whoa, how did this happen?"
I love how his forearms are like super hairy.
Yeah.
They're like curly.
Me either. I mean, of course I could. After all, I am Susano, the greatest warrior ever. You weren't just showing off when you said you're Nagi's descendant. Someone like you'd have no trouble fighting monsters off, huh? Well, anyway, thanks a lot. Now I can start doing business again.
He's so sweaty!
He's like, oh my god, now. Did you say monsters? Oh, of course, no problem. This is a job for the most skilled warrior in all of Nippon. Yes, I shall rid these lands of their vile presence. Just sit back and watch the great Susano work his magic. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
The way he holds that sword is kind of fascinating, because
It
he's
is.
holding it like... I don't know how to describe it, like he's simultaneously holding it overhand and underhand.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like... Oh, her butt is just out.
Yeah, she's supposed to be like... I remember in the concept design, she's like part peach, because she's from a peach tree. And then they couldn't make it work in a way that they were happy with, so they're like, we'll just make her butt cheek and her cleavage out and make it look like a peach. And I'm like,
That's honestly kind of
okay.
hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. It's just silly.
Yeah.
And fun.
I mean, you know, this game doesn't have like the fidelity to like make it look that bad. Like it's so cartoony that you're just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
I love how every semi-divine being just talks down to Isun. Like every single one.
Every single tree, river, forest, like they're just like, okay, bud.
Kinda, like, all right,
put your paw over
you've had enough.
And then Ami just tries to squish him. I must apologize. I would like to reward you, but I'm afraid I haven't the power. I can barely muster enough strength to make a flower bloom.
Tragic.
That's why the tree's suffering. Though my body stands firmly here within the confines of the village, my roots spread far and wide, protecting remote areas outside. These parts of me are known as guardian saplings. They collect the praise and adoration that gives me strength. The recent evil is eroding the guardian saplings. If this continues, I will wilt away as well, and my power will vanish. Worse yet, the dark power grows stronger with each passing day. Life as we know it will be consumed utterly in no time. Oh man, this is getting heavy.
Asleep.
Ami's asleep.
He's like, whatever.
But the cool thing to me is that all the semi-divine beings in this game, like, literally take zero offense to anything Ami ever does or like acts like.
No.
Like they're like I mean, you know.
She's the sun.
To put it into a Western sense, it's like she is on the level of importance in religion as like Zeus.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
If Zeus was like kind of lounging while you talk to him, you wouldn't be like, ah, fuck off. You'd be like, oh, thank you, powerful Zeus.
It's like, thanks for tolerating my presence.
Yeah. Have grown tired. I haven't even the strength to speak now. I hope that my request has not fallen on deaf ears. Amaterasu, may the fresh scent of flowers protect you always.
Did she just die?
No, but she can't maintain a physical form anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's basically hibernating.
I was gonna say she's like dormant.
Yeah. Sure don't want to poke my nose into this mess. Still, I'm stuck with Furball here till I get all the brush skills. Anyway, Ami. Ami's a god and all. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, did you listen to her, Furball? You get the rest of the brush techniques to save the world.
Liam said Hera would be like fuck off Zeus.
Well, yeah, of course,
absolutely.
Hera.
Well, she'd say fuck off Zeus. Zeus would be like okay, and then Hera would be like, oh no, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, we can defend Hera as much as we like. Hera is into toxic men. Is the only way I can really put it. Hera has a type, and they're not a good type.
I was also gonna say, I also feel like she would say fuck off, and Zeus would stop at the word fuck and take that would be the only part of that conversation he would take. So.
Do you think Hera has girl power? Do you think she used that girl power responsibly when she tossed the Hephaestus from the mountain?
Do you think Hera responsibly utilized her girl power when she drove Hercules insane in order to kill his own family?
Wow, there's a lot of Greek mythology I do not know apparently.
Yeah, that's the prelude to him doing the labors. Is that Hera drives him mad and he kills his children and wife at with his bare hands.
Oh my god, I did not know that. That's
Hera's pretty bad.
Awful.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. She can be pretty fucking ruthless.
Yeah.
It's one of those hard ones because she's pretty ruthless, but also Zeus is like the worst to her at like all times.
Oh yeah.
No, it's definitely like when you look at the two of them, you're definitely like, it's good that you two are the people that ended up together because you're both pretty bad.
Because in that same story,
you're the ones who can handle each other.
In that same story, isn't it also Zeus that basically tricked Hera into like nursing Hercules as well?
Yes.
Or Heracles rather.
Yes.
Yeah. I do remember that one.
Oh. Yeah. I just think about the Hephaestus one all the time because I think about the fact that he personally pulled himself back up the mountain and was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love the Forge Mastery.
She throws Hephaestus off, and then
Yeah.
Hephaestus just climbs back up, and he's like, "Stop!"
It's like, all right, motherfucker. What we're not gonna do is that.
If it's only fun for you, that makes you a bully.
Word.
And then Aphrodite was being mean, so then her punishment was being married to Hephaestus, apparently.
The thing about Hera that is like kind of the eternal thing about her is that she always blames the wrong person.
Yep.
Like Zeus will trick her into nursing Heracles, and then she'll be like, "Yeah, this baby's a fucking asshole," and you're like, "No, clearly it's your husband, right? Clearly,
Yeah.
the husband who tricked you is the asshole, right?" And she's like,
No, clearly it's the baby's fault because the baby is the one that drank.
Exactly.
And it's like, it is baby. That's all they do.
That is all they do.
And then Ares,
That's like their thing.
and then Ares goes to Hera and says, "I've never done a single thing wrong my entire life," and she's like, "I know this and I love you."
Yep.
Yep.
So this is when you become a wolf. You look like that, and then you get your power back, and it looks like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That happens when you use all your ink, right?
Yeah.
Like okay.
Yeah. So yeah, your ink is basically just like your mana.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. It's cool. It kind of does a good job of like painting the picture that like Ami is like divine progenitor, but she's also kind of stuck in the form of a wolf.
Yeah.
Like she's not choosing to look like a wolf, like she's stuck as a wolf.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like her steez is also getting messed with.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that stuff just stole that rock.
We got rid of the monsters, so why did the gods' power disappear? Guess the curse on the gods of these lands must be really strong. They can't intervene until we do something about this stagnant air. Yeah, so basically each region has a guardian sapling. And the guardian sapling, if it's not like healed, the land can't start to recover.
Oh.
And so these are like corrupted trees, and they'll throw little things at you, and you can knock them back like that, and it makes them stunned.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The nice thing about this game, the thing that I think really makes me like fall in love with like the way it plays and feels, is that every time you draw it, you're paused. So like, you know, if something attacks you in midair, you just kind of like tree stroke it back, and you just keep on going, and it all ends up being like super smooth.
Yeah.
Because of the pause.
I love the transition.
Yeah, like
just like the transition of it, because it just like gives the impression that it really is like a story being told and like narrated.
Yeah. Well, and it's so cool because it's like, you know, Ami has the ability to like literally like brush stroke upon the world and like create like a painter could on a painting. Like it's such an interesting.
It's so fun.
Yeah. This is the drum monkey, I believe. Yes. But the drums are like Oni rods.
Ooh.
Or Oni clubs, I guess is the better way to put it.
I believe these enemies are just called imps. I think that's kind of their like.
I think so,
name.
yeah.
And they're all just like imp color name. So these are like green imps, and then they're like orange imps. But it doesn't matter because every time we just tell them to return to Monkey.
Yeah, these are definitely still like we're deep in like very basic enemies.
Yeah.
Oh, I was showing this to James earlier, but I get a lot of enjoyment out of this. I'll show you when we're not in a cutscene, but you can really make Ami just go freaking flying, and it's hilarious.
Fuck yeah.
Not quite like a Boomy Zoomy, but just like you can make her run in circles, like to the point where like the physics don't even make sense. She's going so fast in circles. One thing that I love, by the way, is that I think personally from the baggage from Shiranui and Nagi, even though Susanoo's a dick to Ami all the time, Ami's always wagging her tail when he's around.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, I still like him. It's the perfect place to hide.
I mean, it's probably...
I mean to train.
I mean, for her, it's probably like seeing like the grandson of a friend. So it'd be like, ah, you're funny. You remind me of your great grandpa. He was also like pushy and weird.
Son?
Sun time.
Activate sun.
That puzzle took me 10 hours as a kid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just could not grasp that you could draw the sun on something that's not the sky. No matter how many times they told me, no matter how many times I like looked it up, I was like, but where do I draw the sun? They're like, on the wall. I'm like, but there's no sky in the wall.
Oh my god.
I just couldn't get it. Like, I just couldn't wrap my head around
It
it.
was just like taking it like a little too literally.
Yeah, exactly. But I will say, once you solve that puzzle, you're like, oh, I can use them in kind of creative ways sometimes too.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's a really smart way to introduce it.
Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, like, the obvious way, I would say, is, like, unless you're in, like, a dungeon, the creative ways are probably not going to work.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you know, like, the obvious way will just always work in the overworld or when you're trying to solve, like a random puzzle that's, like, nearby. What's up this tiny sapling?
Yeah.
Well, we can't do anything with it yet, but... Oh, yeah, we can, actually. We can make the sun and then it grows. I understand. But we need a ball first. Oops. Oh, you're gonna show the paint thing again. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I really gotta, like, my habit of mashing the A button is so bad.
Yeah.
So, you draw the sun there, but we don't have the orb yet, so let's go get the orb.
See.
We can cut this.
Orb time.
Orb time. It's a very funny orb, actually, if I remember correctly. There's a very funny sleepy bear that's kind of like a recurring character. Yeah, here he is.
Aww.
Look at this man. What now? You foul beast. How did you get in here? Foul beast.
Sir, that's a friend.
Oh my god. I love him.
Yeah, he's so
Oh
good.
my god.
You have some nerve sneaking into my private training ground. Now you shall get
I
a
love
taste
this
of
fucking
my...
bear.
It's this game has so many recurring characters that are like so iconic to me. Your foul beast looks like an ordinary sleepy bear to me, Pops. Enough
I
talk.
love bears.
My blade thirsts for battle. Here goes nothing.
Oh my god.
Susano style. Susano! Sue!
Are you sure it thirsts for battle, or
Sa!
does it thirst for splinters?
True. No!
I love how
Susano!
Ami is just like
I'll allow it.
helping him do this.
Yep.
It's so silly and so not needed. He's so cute! Oh my god, I love him.
He's basically this game's like Snorlax.
Oh my god, I would die for this fucking bear.
Yep. Andie, can I
my
can I
God.
pay you to can I commission some art of the bear?
Abso-fucking-tootly, dude.
Let's do it. I need a new thumbnail
I
for
will-
when this playthrough gets uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah, I can definitely make you your thumbnail.
Sweet. DM me your rates.
I'm so fucking excited. I'm glad you liked the little
Oh.
toad drawing I did.
I fucking loved the toad drawing you did. It was my wallpaper for like a week and a half.
Oh my god, that makes me happy.
It's
I
so
was
good.
just like, I don't know, the moment I started, like, because I was ended up watching most of the Breath of the Wild playthrough, like, on replay, just because I've been very chaotic recently.
Yeah.
And so, like, as soon as I saw that you, like, I'm keeping this frog, I was like, I would die for this frog,
Yep.
and I love him.
My
and
biggest
it's
my
very
biggest
good.
mistake with Breath of the Wild is I forgot to release him at the end of the game.
I mean, hey.
But look, my thought is now that I forgot already, we might come back to the game one day, and then if we do,
Oh yeah.
I'll release him then.
Yeah. Or like, hey, maybe down the line,
We do like
eventually
the
do
DLC, right?
Breath of the Wild 2,
Yeah, we'll get another Toad.
and then get another Toad, and have Toad come with you for the second journey.
For the sequel,
Yeah, the Squeakquel.
the Squeakquel, the Rebibbit.
The Rebibbit? Oh my
Trying
god.
to do Ribbit and revisit.
Yeah.
Funniest line in the whole game about dungeon design Wow, someone had a lot of time on their hands to think all this up.
Oh my god.
You show me the painting.
I love when like game designers and shit like that are like meta.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny. It's like when you're watching a cartoon and they start talking about like animation.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my favorite gags, I think it was from Looney Tunes.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of my favorite Looney Tunes things. Because when I was a kid, we had like a CD that was just like every fucking Looney Tunes episode. We had like hundreds of them. I fucking love it. And my favorite episode of this one where it was like Daffy Duck versus the artist.
Oh, I've seen that one.
I love that one.
Good.
Yeah, that one's so good.
That like changed my brain as a child. When I was watching that, I'm like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This is an amazing idea.
It reminds me of that
Art
old,
is crazy.
the Newgrounds video that was like art versus animation, or animator versus animation or something.
Yes. Oh my
so
god, I was
good.
obsessed with those.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I love all stick fighting animations.
Yeah, me too.
They're all good.
Yeah.
This is the first of 3 monkeys.
Monkey! I love monkeys.
I love that they see each other and then sit down. Sakigami. Ah, Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. My gratitude for releasing my body from its slumber. Please accept my humble thanks in return for your great kindness. I am Sakigami, one of the triumvirate of flora gods known as the Hanagami. My brethren and I have been entrusted with the brush technique known collectively as Green Sprout. I now grant my humble power to you. Use it wisely. So yeah, some brush techniques come in parts because they're kind of like different techniques all merged into one.
Okay.
So like for
That's
example, yeah, so like so this is the bloom technique, very important technique. We can make any plant bloom now.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh wow, that is gorgeous.
And then you missed this when you're getting your food, which is not a problem. But check this out. This is the restoration cutscenes that we get when we restore
wow, they
our
really
guardian
didn't
sapling.
pull the punches.
No.
On the water.
The water.
Man, water, like having cool water graphics is the fastest way to have.
One thing that I've loved about this game for so long is that they have very, very light colors all the time for morning skies.
Yeah.
And so then you can draw wind with black brush strokes.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome.
Yeah, and it just like the full outlines and like designs and stuff like that are just like so eye-catching and like so like true to the art style. It's like on.
Yeah.
It's like
absolutely.
It's very much like it's almost like an homage or like a pastiche of like the like ink, like India ink, like painting, and like traditional like calligraphy and stuff. It's like super interesting.
I had the Wikipedia page for Okami open earlier because I wanted to make sure I got the name of the technique right, but now I've forgotten it, so I won't try to name it. But I believe it's Sumi-E, like -E.
I can look it up.
Yeah, if you look up Okami, it's like the first line of like what art style they were influenced by.
Yeah, Sumi-E inspired cel-shaded visual style.
Yeah, it's also called like ink something. If you click on the Sumi-E like link, it's like ink.
Ink wash painting.
Ink wash paintings. Thank you.
Yes, I've done ink wash painting before. I've like used that sort of technique before in school. I remember obviously like different school of like painting, but I remember there was one point in my painting class where we had in the department we had a art professor who had come over from I guess we had a partnership with a university in China. and so one of their professors had come here to do sort of like a professor exchange. So one of ours had gone to their university, and one of theirs came to work with us. And she gave my class like a whole lecture and like presentation on how to do traditional Chinese watercolor. And it was like one of the most incredible things I've gotten to see, because it's just like, I don't know, like the confidence in like the way she like painted, and like, oh, it's just like so good, because like, and like the technique requires you to like be so steady and sure with every brushstroke, because no brushstroke can be out of place.
Yeah.
And it's just like was so cool.
There we go.
Ba-na-na. Anyway, sorry, that was a long ramble.
No, I'm happy to hear it, honestly.
Yeah.
And frankly, I mean,
really cool.
any instance where if you want to tell a story, I'm happy to not talk for a little bit. You know, I hear my own voice quite a bit these days.
I'm full of stories, so
yeah,
if you need one,
I'm
just
glad.
ask me a random question. I'll probably know something about it.
Oh, so these guys, they have the pods. Oh, no, they don't. Okay. You just knock it back at them, and then when they're stunned, you can make the flower blow, and it turns back into normal.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. And then any of these trees... Well, let me just do this real quick. Let's get another ink canister. Any of these trees, we can just do this, too, and they'll give us a little bit of praise. Usually like 1 or 2 fruit, depending on the tree. Alright, and then we're going to go get the other guardian sapling back into working condition. We can clear these guys out, and this time it'll actually purify the area. There's also some really good, like, kind of like side content in this game. Where, like, some of the, like, I guess I'd call them, like, just, like, ambient, like, puzzles and stuff. Have, like, really interesting, like, mini stories. There's one, I've been trying to decide for, like, half the stream whether or not I want to spoil it, because it's not, like, super shocking. I think it was super shocking to me when I was 10. But it's pretty easy to see it coming. But basically, you meet an old couple later on, and you're, like, kind of getting sus vibes from them. Like, they avoid their windows and stuff like that. But they're also, like, nice to Ami, so you're like, I don't know. And then if you come back at night, you find out they're actually demons in disguise who, like, killed the family and are posing as them. And so it's like, oh, damn. Like, that's really bad. But it's just little things like that. Oh, this is cute. So you can find little clovers all over the place. This is made by Clover Studios.
Oh, cute.
They made Beautiful Joe as well as a few other games, which I believe, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I believe when you dash through the air, the little fall leaves is also a reference to Beautiful Joe, which was often, he was depicted with, like, the fall leaves.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, it's great. We also will eventually get to, like, a combat dojo where we can learn new techniques. One of them is, like, I think nice. Ami just, like, pees on someone. It just makes them mad.
Oh my god. That's
it doesn't, like, hurt them. It just, like, pisses them off.
Yeah. I love them.
Okay, that's a new brush technique in the bag. Now, Ami, before you get all excited and forget what you're supposed to do, I have an important tip for you. Ready? Okay, then. If you ever forget what to do next, press plus to open the fan menu, and then take a look at the logbook. You'll find your journal there. This is a good tip. Hey, Ami, what about that withered guardian sapling on the other field? I bet you could revive it, too. By bringing that guardian sapling back to life, you may be able to lift the curse there, too. Alright, this is extremely important information. Because while I would love to read every line of dialogue, that would extend the length of this game, like, by double. And while in a casual playthrough, I'd be okay with that. Like, in a stream playthrough, it's like, you know, try to make it, like, go. We want to
We're on the clock here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Man, I was messaging about this in the group chat earlier today, but this morning I went for a little walk to go collect mulberries, which was very fun because I love berry season and I love foraging. And I have a plan right now to take the mulberries, and I have some half of a cherry container left over, and I'm gonna make mulberry cherry jam.
Oh wow.
To go with some tea biscuits I made recently. But while I was out walking, I unexpectedly stumbled upon a massive patch of like wild garlic, and I'm so fucking excited. I'm gonna go back tomorrow and just like get a bunch of garlic. I'm gonna collect some seeds, and then I'm probably gonna take some other seeds and like scatter them around to make sure more grow next year.
Awesome.
I'm so excited. I also might take some of the seeds and spread them in different areas too, just so they become more common.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking great. I love wild garlic. When I was a kid, we had some that just grew randomly in my backyard. I used to play with the seed pods because they just were like there and easy to just grab, and there would be a bunch of little seeds at the top. It was almost like a mini version of like an actual garlic bulb, but instead of being like edible, it's just like hard little brown seeds. But the seeds smell so much like garlic, it's insane. So I would just come inside like reeking of garlic every night, and my dad's like, "What have you been doing? Why do you smell like mud and garlic at the same time?"
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the scrolls you get in this game, the little rewards are just kind of like tutorials, which is good.
Okay.
Like some things are like very not necessary to know, but like also once you learn them, you're like, oh, that's good to know. Like the fact that you can actually run away from fights, even though it kind of looks like you can't.
Yeah.
No, it's like, oh, okay. Once you know it, it's like, oh, that's good. That's good eats.
Exactly.
Do we? I think we maybe need to go down there. I can't actually remember. I definitely think we need to check out like the boundaries. So let's go over here.
What was that spooky scroll you just passed?
Oh, so those are actually like overworld enemy fights.
Oh.
So
okay.
if you see, I'll just show you just like as an example. But if we go in, it like starts a fight.
Oh, okay.
At night, they're like they hunt you basically.
Okay. That's interesting.
The other thing that I really like about the way that like the ink attacks work in this game is that if you can make it work on the screen, it works in the game. And so like what I kind of mean by that is if you can, like for example, if you want to attack two enemies at once with one slash, if you can draw the line between them, it'll work, which is really sweet.
Awesome. Does it have to be a straight line for the attack?
For the slash, it does. Because there's other attacks we'll get later on that will be different shapes and lines.
Oh, that's really fun.
Yeah. We
that's
so that we
cool.
get like I think in the neighborhood of like 20 powers by the end of the game.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
They slowly dole them out. Like it's not like overwhelming by any means, but
no, yeah.
we get a bunch. We're gonna get a
sure
pretty unique one, probably in the second half. I can't remember where, like when we get it, but
yeah.
Basically, we get the ability to like make little cherry bombs.
Oh, nice.
Except they're actually massive.
I was gonna say, I'm sure like even though there's so many, like as you sort of go, it probably becomes like second nature.
Oh, for sure. Because like so like most of them are so easy, and like the drawing them is also so well implemented. Oh, this is Mika, priest of Moonshine, Mika. Ah, a most welcome guest has wandered into our shrine. Your timing is immaculate, Wolf. I need to speak to you. Outside is Lake Harami, Nippon's largest lake. In the middle of it, there was an old shrine called the Moon Cave, but it's completely disappeared, vanished into thin air. It enshrines the wicked demon that Nagi and Shiranui once defeated. It housed Tsukiyomi, the fabled sword that keeps the demon at bay. That demon, its name was... No, I'll be cursed if I say it. Anyway, the point is, what on earth has happened to the shrine? It's guarded day and night by the Tao Master Waka. On the one occasion... he has to go back to the city. This happens. Oh dear. Lately, there have been monsters haunting these parts as well. Those mischief-making monsters are the worst. I expect this is their doing. Well, maybe not this time, but they still need to be dealt with. I've already prepared a wanted list for them. So we can find little, like, mini bosses in the overworld now.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
They only come out at night.
Mm.
Contains Mika's monster notebook. May the God protect you always. Hey, it's a sweet job for us, Ami. Let's keep this list handy and take care of all those mischief-making monsters ourselves. I mean, we're gonna run into them whether we like it or not. So we might as well collect the reward, too. Anyway, seems they only come out at night. Let's give it a shot. We also get the ability to turn into nighttime, as you may have guessed.
Mm.
Oh, here's the first one. Biwamaru, the Vandal, has appeared. They all have these arrows sticking out of them. It's got an exercising arrow stuck in it. Exercising arrows are sacred relics for driving away evil. That means somebody really wanted to get rid of this monster. Come on, Nami, finish it off. Don't let it get away. We gotta get rid of the... Every video game follows the same rule. Deal with the small enemies first.
Yep.
Biwamaru, the Vandal, defeated. That was one of those monsters from the Monster Notebook. We just happened to find it. Boy, you never know what you'll find next. You know that Monster Notebook you have? Well, you can cross out the wanted monsters you've taken care of. Go ahead and strike out the name with your brush.
It's fun that they let you actually try and cross it.
Yeah. You can see how bad I am at drawing straight lines, even on a joystick.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I think touched it for like a second and then was completely in a different area code, but like I respect the effort and the creativity. It had panache.
I appreciate
and I like
it
your
very much.
style.
It's all I've got. Panache is all I've got.
Draw a better line next time. For him.
Wow, okay. We have like two different approaches.
That's how this works.
That's why we get you both on.
It's like the... I was gonna say, this
I need
is like
I need someone to
McDonald's
encourage
meme.
me and someone to set me straight.
See, the McDonald's meme is unfair because I'm either McDonald's, or one black coffee. It just depends on the day.
Yeah, that's
Fish
true.
demon.
I
Heck
love
yeah.
this guy.
We got some koi fish enemies.
Fish demon. Look at him.
He's so funky.
He's very funky.
He's just a funky little guy. Oh, I love his stupid little wings.
He's actually also
Oh,
like
this-
very annoying to deal with before we get our ranged weapons.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, we can always do this, so it's not too bad, but
Chop chop.
Punch, punch, punch.
Use that mirror.
don't grab me, please. Oh, he's gonna blow up? Yeah. Thank goodness. We had our little
Ouch.
barrier.
I just love the rapid spin.
Oh, it's so funny. Just, I mean, look at this.
A tornado. It's like, becomes almost ragdoll.
Yeah. I love this guy. He reminds me of Usopp from One Piece. Tama. No, no, no. That can't be right. Shouldn't be doing that. No, no, no. I checked and double-checked my formula. No, no, no. Hey, you there. Got a minute? Hmm? Whoa, what's this little wisp doing here? Hey, who you calling a wisp? I'm a son, the wandering artist. Well, well, well. You're a little ball of fire, aren't you? I'm Tama. Tama the flaming pyrotechnist. That's what they call me.
Oh gosh.
Flaming pyrotechnist Tama. Listen up, you two. I'm just about to set off a humdinger of a doozy. Take a look at the formula I posted on the wall there. My whole career as a pyrotechnist has led me to that formula, friends. It's for a little firework I've dubbed the Midnight Wonder Boy. There's only one problem.
Midnight Wonder Boy.
It's just Robin. Even though I know the formula is sound, it's not working right yet. I know. Listen, pup. You've got good eyes. Fiery eyes. Smoldering eyes. Maybe your red-hot glare is just what I need to set this off. Feast your eyes on the greatest display the world has ever seen. Hold on to your hats, kids. Here I go. The brightest constellation in the sky. The Midnight Wonder Boy. I love Tyler.
like his type.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we don't know what to draw yet.
Didn't they show you it on the poster right there?
I know, but we haven't done the constellation, so I don't think it'll work. Maybe it'll work. I guess so.
Oh, that's so fun.
Mm-hmm. Holy smokes. Oh, I love Ami's so cute.
She's so cute. Look at her little tail go. Oh my god.
But Tama may have a few
I want to
screws.
give her a scooch.
Oh, okay, now we get the constellation.
She's so cute.
Oh, it's another constellation. Ami. Oh, I love this one.
Oh my god.
His little children have all the torches.
I love Wild Boars so much.
Bakugami.
Bakugami.
Ah,
Oh my
Amaterasu.
god, I love him.
Yeah, he's really great.
He reminds me, I had a book, I do not remember what it was called, but I had a graphic novel when I was a kid that I was obsessed with. That one of the main characters was this giant talking brown boar with a little green chest locked in on a collar around its neck, and it befriended this princess thing, and it was just I loved it.
That one's so funny.
Thanks so much.
But that explains where Bakugo's name comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Explodey pig. Cherry bomb.
Cherry
Cherry bomb.
Just need a little circle and a line.
Kaboom.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And that's the thing. The nice thing about drawing them is that even though you never see them on a menu, you can see them on a menu if you actually wanted to go look for them. But
yeah.
Even though you're not selecting an option, because you have to draw them, they're all so obvious. It's you have to cut things cut it in half with the ink. To draw a bomb, draw a bomb. To make a plant bloom, just draw a circle around it. To make the sun happen, draw a circle in the sky. It's great. We can also use cherry bombs in battle.
Hello, fish boys.
But for now, once I get to my second... Ow. Go... Whomp. I love it when they run away.
I love watching her run. Just the movement looks so fun.
The wolf? Or... Yeah.
The wolf, yeah.
Yeah. It is really good. It feels very good to control.
Say, it looks really nice to...
And the animation work, honestly, is pretty immaculate.
I was gonna say, the animation looks great. Hi, Jem!
Oh, hey, Jem! Hope the airport's going well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope you are having minimal delays and are doing okay. And safe travels ahead of...
Oh, no.
Splonk.
Uh-oh.
I love the little trail of lily pads.
It's so great.
Uh-oh.
Alright,
Well, thank goodness.
I don't have to see the wolf drown.
Oh, you can drown?
Oh, yeah. This is one of those games where, when they first introduce water to you, it's to gate you. There's an area in this field that we can't cross because it's flooded.
Oh, yeah.
And so we need to find a way to traverse water before we can traverse that, basically.
Okay.
And so we get multiple ways to do that. You can, at one point, there's some optional brush techniques you can learn. And grouped in with them at one point is walking on water, where you can just run on water for the rest of the game if you get it. And I always get it because as a kid I was like, this is the coolest thing in the world. Also, was a resident Naruto fan, so like, and I can say that again. Yay!
Yay!
I didn't commit a word crime.
You're freed from the burden of Naruto crimes.
We got here like 3 hours early.
and-
I've been here for an hour. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty standard airport fare. You got to get there like
Yeah.
at least 2 hours because they could push your flight up or it could get delayed or who knows what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, airports are just like purgatory by design, and it's kind of hellish.
Yeah.
There are
Like-
liminal spaces designed to kill you.
Yeah, literally. It's like the most intense liminal space.
Damn, Jen!
Gem is continuing the tradition of run boy hate. Oh, Dylan. Sad boy.
Anyway, so here's why Sasuke is underrated. No, I'm just kidding.
Can we spend money to unban words? Is that an
I
option yet?
can make it an option. Currently, it's not an option. But I
That would
could
be a hilarious option.
I could turn it into like a betting thing or like a war
I
where
was gonna say
you go, like if you
people
really
can
want to discuss
take up
something.
allegiances.
Yeah. Oh, check your map there. Haven't seen everything. Oh, okay. We actually just have to go visit everything. Okay. Oh, I can just say no. That's fine. Yeah, it's
I
all
need
good.
something
I
to keep
know.
me entertained, LMAO.
Well, certainly it won't be talking about my favorite ninja boy. That's okay though. Use your points how you want to use them. No matter how disappointed or upset I might look, it's your points.
Sorry,
You earned it.
sorry. I've been obsessed with. No, we can't ban people's names. That's
No,
not
we've
allowed.
actually already talked about this. I refuse to ban names.
Choose another word.
Names,
Liam.
pronouns,
Nice try, Liam.
rejoinders.
Whoa.
Yeah, it does feel like an
Whoa,
attack.
You can't do that. That's illegal.
And then I already know what
Legal
Liam's gonna
point
say.
crime.
When Liam says Naruto's a name, Naruto's not a guest on my show.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Bam.
beautiful.
Revenge.
Understood.
Oh wow.
This is what warfare has evolved into.
I was gonna say,
War's
we
changed a
entered
lot in the last
into
4 months.
hostile territory.
I see. So you have chosen violence.
Oh my God.
James, I will do it.
Do what?
You'll do what?
Oh, I'm afraid of what this is gonna turn into.
Well, it's
Oh,
okay
boy.
because we're gonna do one last little segment here, and then we are gonna go to break.
Unfortunately for you folks, I have multiple interests that vastly differentiate from each other. There is no
Hey.
singular word that will prevent me from having power.
Same. I have.
I
such a
assume
weird
he means he'll ban like
hat.
Digimon.
I mean, he can.
Yeah, we don't talk about that much.
I just forget the fact that since it's Japanese folklore, there's like 800 Digimon named after all of these things.
We've talked about this before. I
Yeah,
also am
sure.
not accepting word bans on the game I'm playing. I can like post rules, I guess, if you want, but like, this wasn't that long
Hold
ago
on.
either.
Breakdancing Mr. Orange.
I
just
will
talked
let
over.
you ban 2 other words since you keep banning words that I can't ban. Like, I don't want your points to go to waste, but like,
There we go.
I keep forgetting I was there. Yeah, I know you were there.
Look at this man go.
He's so funky. Liam's a mess.
Look at him go.
Ami just
Oh my god, I
laying
love
down.
his little dance.
So basically, the thing that's also interesting about this game is that pretty consistently, characters will be doing something when Ami enacts a miracle, basically. If only I could harness the power of the earth. And so basically, like, so for example, Mr. Orange was doing the Konohama shuffle when the tree got brought back to life.
Yeah.
And so now he's like, if I don't do it, the tree won't, like, stay alive. Like, I need to keep doing it.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, we're going to have to find a way to have him understand. Hey,
Like,
Asaki
you
and my
can
little
do
blossom.
something other than that.
Looking mighty fine thanks to us. Hey, why didn't she say something? Where is she anyway? I don't see any sign of her. She didn't kick the bucket, did she?
Oh my god.
I guess we're going in. So yeah, Liam, if you want, you can ban 2 other words. Because you spent the 4,000 channel points. So, feel free to think about it. You know, you can tell us after break or something if you want to, like, just consider it for a little bit. But
yeah, really percolate.
I will
you have
honor
power.
it, but like, you know, you can't ban my name, a name of someone that's gonna be on the show. I'm not gonna let you ban like the pigs' names. Basically, you can't ban things if it's like just mean to ban it, or like it prevents me from talking normally. Like Naruto doesn't stop me from talking normally; it just stops me from talking about Naruto.
Yeah.
Can I trade a ban for an unban? No. Because I don't know what that looks like yet. But my thought is that it's going to be more expensive to unban than it is to ban.
That's fair.
I feel like it's got to be harder to defend than attack. I don't know why, but in my head, that's just the way it is.
That is totally fair. Can I read you a tweet that I'm very obsessed with? It's from the official Popeye Twitter.
Okay.
And it's, I ain't used pronouns on my account, on account of all me nouns are amateurs. And I would like to congratulate Popeye on finding the perfect non-binary joke. I hope they're finding as much gender euphoria as possible.
That's incredible.
I fucking love Popeye.
Listen, Popeye... we're talking about like the chicken restaurant, right?
No, like
the sailor. Popeye the sailor.
Oh, okay. Popeye the sailor has a Twitter account?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
I didn't even know they were still making Popeye shit. Not like, sorry, I don't mean shit like it's bad, just like shit like stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't want to offend any of the big Popeye stands in the audience. Sure, Liam, you can unban something for 2 of your bans. You can use 4,000
what's it called?
points if you want to unban a word.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. I had a thought and then it left so quickly.
You know what it is? You have to say it. I literally can't say words that are banned. Like, that's the point.
Speak into the unbannedness.
You have to speak it into truth.
Yes. You have the power.
There it is.
There. I don't know why I thought you were gonna unban our run boy.
Yeah, so did I. Thought so too.
I thought you were going for. I was like, oh,
no, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew what was going to happen. Which is why I said quietly, no, my points.
No, my points. It's okay, just think of it like this. In the next 2,000 points, you can do it again, and Liam will then need to earn another 4,000 points to re-unban it. Like, you're winning this war.
What if we just didn't use the word anyway?
I mean, I don't know when he thinks I'm going to use it, but... I don't really talk about Xenoblade very much.
True. Sun? Oh no, just Bloom.
Just Bloom.
There you go, James.
Fucking
Andie,
hilarious.
Andie, my beloved.
I love the channel point war.
Sorry, Liam. It was too fun.
Sorry.
I looked over at my point total and I was like, I have just enough for that. And I was like, this is gonna be funny.
That's a nice word that you just unbanned there. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to it.
I forgot. We have to re-bloom all the trees in the village.
We are only going to be speaking dogs. Doggo. Pupper time.
Gotta find the other trees.
Pupper. Doggo.
Dylan, I don't know whether or not you noticed, but
sorry, what's up?
Liam banned another word, and it is
oh, a type of dog.
One of a feral dog.
That's no problem. I can read the dialogue without
Yeah.
saying that word.
Yeah.
I'm not
I just
concerned.
wanted to alert you to the
I appreciate
dog-only zone we have entered into.
Yeah, I can literally just replace every instance of that word with pupper. So.
Pup. Hydrate
Gem,
yourself, Dylan.
Gem is
Gem.
Oh, Gem. Cheers
Deemed
to
it
you.
so.
Hydrated.
I will also hydrate in solidarity because I
Thank
should
you.
probably do that.
Yeah. What are we drinking today, folks? Everybody got a drink?
Well,
Water.
I
Yeah.
just had a beer,
Nice.
so
Oh, fuck yeah.
yeah.
I had some
I don't know,
pomegranate bubbly.
Ooh.
It's very good. Big bubbly
Big old
fan.
fancy
Bubbly, if you're ever looking for the smallest sponsor.
Did you? Sad to find out today that Bubbly is a PepsiCo product.
No! Really?
Yeah.
God damn it. Not that I'll stop drinking it, but like, that's annoying.
In your defense, everything's a PepsiCo product.
It is true.
So
Yeah.
There is no
That's
skipping
like-
it. Actually, and
like, I was
also,
reading-
most of the time, I actually drink a non-version plan, or a non-bubbly version of bubbly. Basically, it's like my
Is
local
it
grocery
blue-
store.
Blue Menu?
It's the Farm Boy.
The Farm Boy one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So when are you playing Xenoblade 1 on stream, Dylan? I literally probably will never.
The word's also banned. You can't say it.
Oh yeah, it's rebanned.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta keep track of that in my head now. I have water.
I
Good. I'm glad you have water, Jem. How long is your flight, Jem? From takeoff to touchdown.
You know, this game makes sake look real easy to drink.
I know. But
It's not.
but peep this.
Oh my god.
He's so powerful.
Super orange.
Look at his little bum.
There
Look
we
at
go.
look at his little bum.
Oh my god. He's
No,
ready.
Izu, what you're about to see is the stuff of legends. I do like how the old man called Tommy Snowball.
Yeah. The secret of secrets. I give you the Konoha shuffle.
2.5 hour flight. That's not too bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's pretty short for a flight.
I love the Konohana shuffle.
It actually works.
Oh. I know. Look at him go.
Go funky, man.
Sometimes.
He's like
He needs a little help every once in a while.
voguing.
Yeah. This was my TikTok.
Oh my god.
This was my TikTok dance. The Mr. Orange dance.
Not getting home until like midnight.
Oof.
Well, I hope that it is a smooth journey for you, and that when you get home, you fall asleep quickly and comfortably.
Yeah, me as well. I love Mr. Orange, man.
His beard's doing some fascinating things.
Oh yeah, it's a mess, but you know.
It's like it's kind of like it's doing its own thing. It's got its own agenda.
It really does. The Mr. Orange agenda is the agenda I want to subscribe to.
Do you think Mr. Orange?
Vote orange.
Do you think Mr.
Vote
Orange?
Mr. Orange.
Do you think Orange Kid from Earthbound is like a long descendant of Mr. Orange?
Probably.
Maybe.
You're gonna go home, or you're gonna
I
play
played-
Hades and listen to True Crime Podcast? That sounds like a great way to spend some time.
Heck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Speaking of true crime, I think I might be on the season finale or starting the season finale arc of season 1 of Criminal Minds. Because I'm like slowly making my way through it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very fun.
Saki has also got her new outfit on.
Sakia!
She's back alive. Mere words cannot express the depth of my gratitude. Thank you to all. Thank you to you all. I have been restored and re-energized.
She's so cute.
His son is also like extremely intimidated now. Ooh,
Yeah.
nice, says Jim.
I was gonna say, I'm
glad
excited
Jem's
for
here for
Jem's
this.
review
Yeah.
of this wonderful sprite.
Yay, praise.
We love the praise.
Wait, what did I do? Sorry, I forgot what I said.
Oh, you were gonna
Why
start Criminal
Why good
Minds.
shit, Andie? Oh, yes. Sorry, I like forgot what I was talking about. I have the worst short-term memory.
It's all good.
Ever.
I did the same thing, honestly.
My working memory is like non-existent. But yeah, I'm almost done season 1. I think I should see how many episodes I have left.
Yeah, I've been binging one anime in particular recently. That's like all I've been watching.
Do you care to share which anime?
Yeah. Black Clover.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's your typical shonen fare, except it's magic instead of ninjas.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
there you go.
okay.
I like that ninjas is the typical shonen fare.
Well, so here's your option. It's ninja, samurai, or magic. Those are your choices. Oh, or mobster, actually. Mobster's also an option.
They're all pretty different.
Yeah. I mean, if we're being honest, shonen is young kid with weird, unusual power fights other people with unusual powers.
Well, because I was trying to think of the big ones, and it's like, so Bleach is like death gods.
Yeah, but like it borrows some like sort of pseudo samurai aesthetic.
Sure.
For, like, the most part.
For a little bit, until we get to like the really wacky swords, like Renji's. And then we have martial arts with Dragon Ball.
Yep.
For Dragon Ball, and then Dragon Ball Z is like aliens.
And then you also sort of have martial arts for Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
But like,
it's like
really what Nen is.
It's like magic and martial art. I guess honestly, Nen is pretty much Ki.
Yeah, Nen is very close to Ki. Ki is Dragon Ball as well, right?
Yeah.
They also reference Ki in Black Clover.
Yeah, because Yami has it. This is from this.
Yeah, and Asta learns how to use it.
In that one fight, he gets like the danger sense kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and he uses it for the rest of the show. Like, he has multiple times where he, like... There's a great moment where it's like, man, he has no magic, how could he figure out where we were? And it's like, because you have Ki, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
The entire show is just everyone trying to dunk on Asta, and Asta's, like, too kind and dumb to be dunked on.
Yep. I love the music in this game.
Yeah,
it's so pretty.
It's very nice.
I've used it a lot for like TTRPG music.
Oh yeah.
So this is, we got our water traversal ability now. We can make lily pads.
Ooh, pads! That's so cute.
Yeah. Just giant lily pads.
I love that Ami's shadow is also like an ink smear.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Her little jump line is too. That trails behind her when you jump. Oh, you have this new power. Let's use it to travel a bit further out of the village. Yeah, so we can go to the forest now.
Thank you for explaining to us how an adventure game works.
Yeah. No, I know where it is. Thank you, though. It is really cool, though, because, like, this game has a lot of interesting different locales. Like, we have a city at one point. We have, like, the capital. We have, like, a icy mountain. We have, like, an Arctic tundra village.
Oh.
We have, like, a forest. We have, like, a big coast, kind of area. Sorry, I always forget the jump button in this game because it's a little weird.
Sun fragment.
There are 3 of these to extend your solar energy by 1 unit. It's good, but it's also kind of like, I hate to say, is a little useless in a game where you can just get like the praise to increase your health. But
yeah,
that's okay. That being said, I think now's a good time to take a break.
All right.
And we'll be back in 15 minutes. Jam, if you're already gone, hope you have a good flight. Stay safe, drive safe. Let someone know when you get home.
Enjoy your crossword.
And enjoy your Hades crossword and true crime. And everybody else, we'll see you back when the break's over.
Alrighty. Bye.
Okay. Oh, I also need to turn you up. There we go. All right.
Back to business.
Back to business, and we're going the wrong way already. Well, let me see.
I just I forgot I had gotten a package this afternoon, and I just opened it and I'd forgotten what I had ordered. But I got my I ordered this patch from an artist I really like. It says Thembo, and I've never been more proud to own something in my life.
That's amazing.
I'm so excited. Now I have to decide what I'm gonna put it on. Like, I don't know whether or not I'm gonna put it onto like my jean jacket, or if I'm gonna put it onto like a flannel shirt over like the pocket. No.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of good options is the hard part.
Right? Like, there's too many options. What's it called? The artist was Babs Tar.
Oh, I know Babs Tar. Yeah.
Yeah, like, of,
Crit Roll.
Yeah, of Crit Roll fame.
Oh, speaking of Crit Roll and other D&D shows, I finally took M's advice and started watching Fantasy High from Dimension 20.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Because I decided to get a Dropout sub. It's really good. It's very fun.
Never experienced Roll20 because I do not have Dropout.
I don't know. I should try Fantasy High again. I just wasn't getting into it for whatever reason the last time I tried it.
I was really not into it at first. And I think it was one of their introductions. I was just like laughing my ass off. And then I was like, oh, I'm actually just enjoying this now. And before that moment, I was like not into it.
Well, yeah, and like I guess the thing that's funny to me is that I love Blood Gulch. Like Blood Gulch was so good to me. Because the entire premise is just, what if Lord of the Rings, but from the villain's perspective, and they all just wanted to have better lives through each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just super funny.
Yeah, it sounds super funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I will say one of the things that was kind of initially a little off-putting was that like how different their format is from Critical Role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like very edited.
Yeah.
With like angles and cool sets and stuff like that, and like none of that is bad. It's just like it's very different from what I'm used to.
Yeah, it's just like a different style.
Yeah. So it took a while to get used to it, but so far I've been really liking it. I think I'm on episode. Also, the episodes are much shorter than Critical Role. They're usually about an hour.
Yeah.
I think sometimes they can go like almost to 2 hours, but like I don't think I've seen an episode be 2 hours long yet.
Yeah.
And I think the whole campaign is like only like 30 episodes or something. I can't remember.
Okay.
But it's not like very long.
It's very short and sweet, but they did in seasons. I know there's at least 2 seasons.
There is 2 seasons of Fantasy High.
Yes.
Although I don't really know, like, if the seasons are like different characters or if they're like the same characters and then like later, or I don't really know. I'm still very early on.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
The format.
The other show I suggest while you still have Dropout is Game Changers. It's the game show where none of the contestants know what the game is, and they just have to try and figure out what the game is in order to win.
I saw the clip from Game Changers, which I assume is like the clip of Brendan Lee Mulligan just freaking out and going on a tirade.
Yep.
Which is very funny.
I've seen many of those.
Yeah, I mean he does that, right? Like the thing I'll say about Brendan's DM style is I love how hard he commits to making every single fucking character as memorable as possible. It feels like.
Yeah.
Did you meet the Halfling family yet?
Yes. I just met them, and they're absolutely hysterical. He's like, I'm not saying if a pig's got a fry, and the guy whose mom's a cop's like, holy fuck, man!
Yeah.
It's very funny. They're like, oh, your family's a cop? Well, enjoy the ice cream, and they leave.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Very funny. Every single side character has been like that so far. Like, they're all so funny. I mean, it really shows that their strength is that they're all comedians.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I've laughed very hard at Critical Role. It's been very funny, like, a ton of times.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, this show is, like, it feels like they have a good joke. It feels like every 5 minutes. It's just insane.
Yeah. The chemistry is just usually on point, too, which is also really helpful.
Yeah.
But, you know, the corn cuties bit will color Dimension 20 for the rest of its
Oh yeah, the corn cuties. I mean, like the fact that and this is a bit of a spoiler, but it's for the second episode, so I don't really think it's too bad.
I think I got 5 or 6 episodes in, so I'm past that point anyway.
Just for anybody else who might be listening, or like Andy.
Yeah.
But, in episode 2, they have their first fight, and 2 of the 6 main characters die.
Yeah.
They go into this fight like so out of resources. Like their wizard has no spells. The bard has 1 spell. It's a nightmare.
Also, is it Allie's character, Christina Applebottom or Apple?
Yeah, Kristen Applebee's.
Kristen Applebee's. I love Kristen Applebee's so much.
Like Allie Beardsley is so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Her characters are always so like well thought out. Every character is really funny. Like, probably one of my favorites just to hear like talk to their parents is Fabian. Because he's just like him and his dad. Oh my god, they're so fun.
Also
so
the family dynamics are so unhinged.
Oh
like,
my god, they're unbelievably unhinged.
Like Fabian is this like sort of preppy, like talks in sort of this like hoity-toity voice, and his dad.
Let me put it like this: he says his dad's name like Papa.
Oh my god.
But then his dad is a pirate, just a pirate. Like that's like his whole character. He's just a pirate.
That's fucking hilarious.
And his dad's like, "I love you, like you're my own flesh and blood, and you're my favorite son." And then he'll go like, "But if you ever try to kill me, I'll kill you first, you motherfucker. I'll gut you like a pig."
Oh my god.
Other great bits are the conversation that the tiefling character, the tiefling warlock,
she is a bard.
Tiefling bard. The conversation she has with her quote unquote real dad.
Yeah, I haven't met her real dad. I don't think.
Okay. I mean, her
only
stepdad's
bit
very funny.
Yeah, her stepdad's very funny. Or her like
the only
the man who
bit I
raised her.
know reliably, and it's exclusively from random TikToks I've seen. But it's of the romance partner thing.
I don't know if I know about
Brendan,
this yet. I'm very early in
don't
fairness.
know.
Like I'm only on episode like 5 or 6.
I have zero context for it. I just know that it's Brennan doing a really weird voice and talking about a romance partner, and it's hilarious, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Brennan's like, his characters are so fucking unhinged.
So on the One Shot podcast, which is run by a guy named James D'Amato, and basically the whole point is they play one shot.
James
like,
Tomato.
RPGs. But I actually have a book by James D'Amato. It's my How to Make an RPG Character.
Oh, there you go.
Like 200 pages of like prompts about backstory and stuff. It's pretty neat.
That's cool.
But they played Sleepaway on the show, and they brought Brennan Lee Mulligan, and I think what's her face, the artist on She-Ra that everyone knows.
Oh.
Stevenson.
Yes, she was on as well, and it was there that I found out that
They I believe.
Oh yes, they were on the show as well. And I found out that Brennan Lee Mulligan was a camp counselor to like one of my favorite game designers at a LARP camp.
That's
oh
hilarious.
my god, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
I want to go to a LARP camp. What
Bro,
the
me
fuck?
too, honestly.
Yo, like what the fuck? They make
Parents
LARP
are
camps for
thinking-
adults?
Not for adults. This was like when they were
Okay.
children.
But can
No,
they?
there are LARP camps. There, like, when I went to the Ren Fair like 2 years ago now. There was obviously not probably running right now, or like if they are, they probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But you would go and you could like, you'd pay a small fee or something, and you get to go and like choose a character, make a character, and then go a weekend and be a part of like a whole like LARP story,
so
and you
cool.
like bring a tent and like camp outside and do a whole thing.
I love that.
It looks tight as hell, and I want to try it someday.
I want to. The more I don't know. I've been so back and forth for, I want to say, like, probably since, for a long time. We'll put it like that. For a very long time, I've been back and forth between considering doing like a TTRPG kind of show on the channel.
Yeah.
Like where we just like play a campaign or something of something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it would be like D&D or something else, but just like for something. But
Yeah.
man, so the main problem is obviously like it'd be hard to like schedule it, which is like kind of where I just always like rest, where it's like but even if it all worked out, it's like how could we ever like schedule it and make it even like semi-consistent? But
yeah, exactly.
like I'd be really interested in doing one because the more I like watch, I've been watching a lot of like smaller ones recently, and I'm like, you know, like I feel like I could do this.
Oh yeah, like if that's something you look into, I would absolutely be interested in like participating in that if you want
Absolutely.
participants.
I mean, like the unfortunate part is that a lot of people would obviously want to participate.
Oh, yeah.
So we'd have to cut people. We'd have to.
Oh yeah,
you know,
exactly.
We'd have to break some hearts.
You could just do like 1 or 2 shots occasionally.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
just
true.
do mini stories. If you wanted there to be some level of consistencies, it could be mini stories in the same world.
Also
I
true.
like that.
Could do it like West Marches style. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's how we get wonderful things like Kansas Tal'Dorei.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested in it for sure. Obviously, I think for it to be like sustainable, it would have to be like a different time and place, basically. But
yeah,
it's on my mind a lot. I think about it a lot. About like how I do it, what I do.
Waterfall.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Waterfall. I love how the water looks.
Oh my
and, like,
gosh,
the swirlies.
Sam. I know.
It's so good.
I love the music too. Feels so good.
Yeah. Can we do this to the actual planet?
I know,
please?
right? Can I just draw a circle around a tree and heal my planet?
Please? The ocean was like on fire 2 weeks ago. I would like to draw a circle and make that better.
You probably eat herbs, you rabbits. Yeah, there we go.
They're so cute.
You get praise for doing that? Yeah.
Not a ton, but it's also pretty cheap to do it, so.
Yeah.
Oh, we got our ranged
that
weapon. Saki's gonna spoil you at this rate. The monsters are gonna try to get you any way they can, so you need to equip a good divine instrument and practice with it. Remember, there's more than simply equipping them. They can be equipped as a sub-weapon or a main weapon. A weapon's effects will differ depending on how it's equipped. You can even pull off some secret techniques with your sub-weapons. Even after a 100-year nap, you remember that much, right? I know you're not too bright, but no sweat. No thinking involved. Just trying to equip that new divine instrument as a main weapon.
That was a spelling error.
I wouldn't know. I don't know how to spell.
It said invovlid.
Oh.
Got the hang of it? Well, let me give you an example. You know that mirror of yours? Well, it acts as a shield when equipped as a sub-weapon. If you're under attack, press X to guard with it. You should test it out on monsters in the area. Oh, and one more thing. Remember what Saki said, don't you? The sacred tree in Kamiki Village will bear a guardian fruit each time a guardian sapling is revived. Make sure you stop by Saki's tree whenever you return to Kamiki. Sounds good, dude.
I love the beads.
Yeah, me too. I like the beads. I love the sword. For obvious reasons. No, they're awesome. When they're the sub-weapon, you can like shoot them like a machine gun.
Oh my god.
It's great.
That's tight.
We have a boss fight, actually.
Ooh.
This is a hard one. Well, if I remember from when I was a child. But when I was a child, this was a very hard one.
Yeah.
This took me like a lot of tries.
Oh.
This is a very enigmatic character, very important to the story.
Oh, this one.
The call of the heavens, the earth, the sea. They summoned me forth to defeat evil. Waka, the god's gift to man is here. Bonjour.
Oh, he's French. Oh god.
Yeah, be careful. He's French.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a problem.
What's up with that guy?
Oh, that's not a fun card to draw. Interesting.
That crimson shading and divine instrument on your back. You look kind of weird, but I reckon you pack a punch, baby. Hey, think you're so special way up there, huh? Get down here and talk face to... Wait, did he say crimson shading? Can he see Ami's true form?
I love Waka design.
Oh, me
Pretty
too.
good.
It's very fun.
I love the hair wings. I was
I was gonna say hair wings?
Oh.
And a lightsaber.
Oh.
Hey, he drew a sword! Wee! This is how I get my point across. Pun intended. Yeah, in the original language, he speaks like very traditional Japanese, and they weren't sure how to get that across in English.
Okay.
So they just made him French.
That's fair.
The moment the curse zone started spreading across Nippon, I saw the shadowy figure that removed the sacred sword, Tsukuyomi, flee into Kamiki village and seal the entrance with a huge rock. You guys know anything about that? This guy gives me the creeps. Better keep your eye on him. Huh? Ami, you getting all worked up again? Magnifique! I wouldn't have it any other way. Now you shall get an earful of my beloved sword. Behold, pillow talk.
Oh boy.
Iconic.
What's the point? What's the point of having a sword if you don't give it a stupid name, really?
Honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Let's rock, baby.
Oh my god.
Love Walker. Ooh.
The game's like, hey, remember we just told you can use your thing as a shield?
Do it.
Now would be a great time to practice. Oh, I'm in the water. That's bad. Let me make a lily pad.
Nice.
Well, it's cool that you can do that in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, right? So, I mean, there's actually, like, a lot going on with, like, the combat system in this game.
I was gonna say, it's like, it seems like, especially because it, like, evolves with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's actually a very easy boss fight. I was just a child.
Yeah.
You might fight him
like,
I think you fight him a couple times. He might get harder, like, on repeat.
I'm pretty sure he's a recurring character, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's super important. I just don't remember if you fight him multiple times. It's been quite some time since I've tasted your power, Amaterasu. That's enough for now. Too late now. You're the one who picked the fight. Hey, wait. You know this guy, Ami? Well, that was pretty tactless. Excusez-moi, baby. You see, I was looking into that cursed zone that struck this area. Consumed all in its path, even the light of the sun. It is the curse of Orochi, the legendary 8-headed serpent. Orochi? Do not utter that name without reason. That alone could curse the weak of mind. Orochi was slain 100 years ago by Nagi and Shiranui, and its evil spirit was sealed away in the moon cave, which I guarded. You know the cave in the middle of the lake over on Shinshu Field? But someone has gone and freed Orochi by removing Tsukuyomi. The beast's evil has caused a cursed zone to cover these lands. I never thought the sacred sword could be so easily removed. Whoever did it waited till I was back in the capital. It seems things are afoot that even I did not prophesize. We're way ahead of you, pretty boy. We've been busy dispelling the curse left and right. That Orochi is gonna be mincemeat when we're through with it.
thing.
So we're the ones who survived the trees in this area. But a lot of time's passed since Orochi's return. You'd better pick up the pace, Machete. What? I'm sorry to say, our battle just now was a big disappointment. You're not what you used to be, Amaterasu. You may have defeated Orochi long ago, but one cannot dwell on past glories. You have weakened greatly during your 100-year slumber. That's enough! Pulls out the sword. Now tell me about that shadowy figure you saw fleeing to Kamiki. How do we know it wasn't you? Relax, my little bouncing friend. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a little prophecy for you. I can see into the future, you know.
Big deal.
I foresee a log and big thrills. You'll know what I'm talking about when the time comes. Anyway, I must be off. The work of a prophet is never done.
Gonna go
Au revoir, baby.
to like a water park.
Yeah.
Go down a log flume.
Basically, that is what happens, honestly, Andy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You're not far off. Hey, wake up on me.
I want to see this pupper on a fucking boat.
It's hilarious when it happens. Ba-ba-bum.
Amaterasu is like new dog who dis.
Yeah.
Okami gets so angry when
Yeah.
in the water. It's like, actually, fuck this. You don't have to dry out your fur. I do.
Karude.
A white wolf? You look like
Dog.
just like that. Sure.
White dog.
Oh yeah, a white pupper. There used to be lots
White
of animals here at a forest. I always want to say village, but they started to disappear when the number of monsters increased. Oh, listen to me. Now is hardly the time for that kind of chat.
I love how everyone takes the time to talk to this pupper.
I know. I don't suppose you
It's
bumped
so
into my son in
sweet.
the forest, did you? Narai River was flooded during the storm the other day, you see. The bridge to Kusa village was completely washed away. I asked my son to get to work on building a new bridge, but he's so busy with that dog of his that he just won't make a start.
Everyone's got a dog!
The dog my
Oh,
son's so
excuse my
smitten
yawn.
with is called Ume. I found him injured in the forest a long time ago. My son nursed him back to health, so he's a bit overprotective. He's become so
That's
soft
cute.
that he has no sense of adventure now at all. But if a man lives in the forest, there are things he has to do. That's why I'm determined to get him to build a new bridge. I'm sure he can do it. I just have to trust him and be patient. Honestly, good energy.
I was gonna say, like...
For someone who's like...
That was his
Yeah,
thing.
for someone who's like a little bit annoyed that something's not progressing at the speed he wants him to, that's a great energy to have
Yeah.
about it. I know he can do it.
A
I'm
vague
confident in his
macho
skills.
vibe. It's like, you
I just
know,
gotta be patient.
You got this.
Cherry down. Ooh.
That was amazing.
Very bound.
Cherry.
I wonder how often that's gonna come up throughout this playthrough.
Yeah, probably once or twice.
Probably a couple times.
Shows one universal.
Everyone loves a good bit.
Everybody loves a good bit. Come out. The one thing I think this game is lacking is a lock-on button, because the camera controls are pretty slow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the end of the world or anything, by any means, but it would be useful, for sure.
Yeah. Could benefit from it.
The one thing I will say is I kind of like that all the boss fights are not constrained to these little rings. It really gives them, like, a sense
Yeah.
of, like, scale, almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, like, spontaneity, I guess. Where you're like, oh, shit, I have to, like, think
Yeah.
about my surroundings. And I kind of haven't,
Yeah.
like, up to now.
Yeah, exactly.
I can also
Like,
just-
there's more strategy in it.
Yeah. I wonder if I can just cherry bomb you. Oh, that was not cherry bomb enough. Nope.
Get more bombing.
It needs more fuse. Really? That didn't do it either, huh?
Uh-oh.
There you go.
I just saw a powerful tweet.
Did you
Share
did
it.
you take a powerful
Share it
blow?
with the class.
It's what the fuck are daddy issues? Just traumatize your father back.
Oh my god.
Just traumatize your father back.
And then the guy who quote retweeted responded to this with, "This is roughly 40% of the reason I came out."
Fair.
I mean, honestly, go off.
Yeah.
Let me feed the monkey.
Monkey.
I love how his head like squishes.
Yeah.
I love how that's just
Monkey.
implied of like if any creature is moving its mouth at all, its entire head jiggles.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Best feature, his wiggles.
His wiggles.
Mm.
Can I cut this?
Wiggle boy.
No, I cannot. Interesting.
Blow it up.
I could try blowing it up.
Kaboom.
Well,
Wiggles.
it doesn't look like it. I do love that effect, though. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
It's super fun. Oh, that person's sad.
This little boy is sad.
He's so sad. He got rain cloud.
Kokari. Oh, poor Ume.
Aw,
I wonder if
he's
he's
the
okay.
son.
This is the son, yeah.
And he's a little bunny.
And he's not
Oh
sure
my
where
God,
his
that's
dog
adorable. Oh my god.
Oh, hello there, doggy. You all alone too? I'm Kokari. Pleased to meet you.
He's so cute. Oh my god.
Boy of the forest. Get it?
He is a boy of the forest.
Kokari and Kokiri. What? This? This is my fishing pole. Actually, there's no fishing line or hook on it right now. But there's a reason for that. Wonder if I can just... Right now? Yeah. My dog Ume and I were exploring a secret place the other day. An ancient building known as the Sutta Ruins. We'd never been able to get into the ruins until we found a key deep in the forest. But when we went in, we heard a horrible roar from deep within. I didn't waste any time getting out of there. I locked the entrance to the ruins and hightailed it home. Thought Ume had followed me, but he was nowhere to be found. I bet he's trapped back at those ruins. He must be crying, all scared and alone. If you know where he is, then why don't you go rescue him? This is no time to be fishing. Yes, well, there's a reason for that. You see, on my way home from the ruins, I fell near the water's edge and in went the key. I've tried my hardest to fish it back out, but I've lost all my line and hooks, and now all I have is this pole. And then he cries. I've tried my hardest to fish out the key of the ruins, but I've lost all my line and hooks. All I have is this pole. Alright, you don't want to talk anymore. Well, apparently you do. Man, this kid's a cryberry. Give him a good headbutt on me. Maybe that'll straighten him out. Ouch! Now cut that out. There's nothing I hate more than a crybaby. You are the one who left your dog in those dangerous ruins, so you gotta do whatever it takes to get the key and go help him. But... Listen here, kid. Fishing's all about attitude. Attitude! There's nothing you can't catch with the right attitude. Fish, babes, or whatever. It all can be yours. Go ahead. Act like you're having fun. We'll watch.
Fish babes?
We got a little fish mini game. Boy, this Mercury water sure gives me the creeps. People call it Deep Abyss because they can't see the bottom, but that's not why these waters are famous. Legend has it a humongous fish swallowed the moon reflected on the surface of the water. No one knows if the legend is true, but to this day, the moon never rises here in Agata Forest. Give the fairy tales a rest, will you, kid? They're so gloomy. Think more positive. Have fun. Fun. Okay, Ami, let's use that celestial brush of yours to help you out. We're gonna draw his fishing line for him. You know, I know. Whoa, did I actually get a bite? Careful now, kid. Don't pull with all your might. You'll just wear yourself out. Just reel it in nice and slow. I love the efforts in this part.
No game is complete without a fishing mini game.
Every game should be judged by the strength of their fishing minigame. My name's Prince Noctis, and I am the king of fishing.
There's an RPG designer I follow who occasionally will be like, "Can you go fishing in your role-playing game? And if you cannot, it's time to fix that."
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god.
You caught killifish.
I'm trying to like remember. There was this game. It was by Pop Tab Games. That I was obsessed with as a kid. It was like, I think it was called Instagram.
We got a lobster.
Did you ever play it?
I honestly don't think so.
Oh, I was so obsessed with it. It was like in the same vein as like, what's it called? Like Bejeweled.
Mm-hmm.
Like the same maker, but the Insane Aquarium is one where you are like, you have a fish tank and you can buy different types of fish.
Mm-hmm.
And defend your fish tank against alien invasions, and your
Wild.
fish will like make coins over time.
So it's kind of like a
And,
Plants vs
yeah.
Zombies, but fish versus aliens.
Kind of, and then you can make fish that make more fish, and you
Oh,
can get
cool.
fish that are just cute, and you can get fish that defend shit. Like, it's all very weird, and I was obsessed with it.
I love that.
It's on Steam.
There you go.
Oh, is it? Fuck
Uh-huh.
yeah, maybe I'll get it again.
Sorry,
Oh.
Insane Aquarium, all one word?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's on Steam.
PopCab? Oh, fuck yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna look that up.
PopCap Games. It's $5 on Steam.
That's fucking awesome. I'm gonna get that at some point. Because,
It
like,
also has
that was
over
mine.
it also
that
has
was my
over
entire
100 positive
trip.
Steam reviews.
Fuck yeah.
Yo, by the way, we got the key, and then Ami just took the key.
Oh my god.
Good move, Ami. We can't have the kid getting hurt on your watch. They were basically just trying to bait the kid so that he would get over his anguish. They're not gonna let him go into the dungeon
Yeah.
by himself.
No.
They're like, okay, there's this scary
Course
thing
not.
in there.
He's so mad.
He's tried to hit her. It's kind of adorable, to be honest, because she's like, you know,
Poor babe.
a god.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, gosh darn it, you get back here, you little...
You are like little baby. Watch this.
And Ami's just like, okay, goodbye. And she just runs away.
Goodbye, child.
Bye.
See you later.
Alright. We are going over here. We can cure this thing. Hold on here. I love how the ink isn't spread, like, evenly.
Yeah.
That's such a, like, great detail.
Yeah, like, as you go, the more dried out it gets.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
Sorry, I have
It makes me miss doing, like, India ink drawings.
to feed the rabbits. Dude, if there was guinea pigs in this game, oh my god, it'd be over. It'd be
God.
over, on site. That'd be it.
Oh, I have to find a TikTok. I saw a TikTok the other day that was like made me think of you, and I don't know why I didn't send it immediately. It was just these people like getting ready to feed their guinea pigs, but their herd was like 20 strong.
Oh,
like-
there's a decent chance. Hazel and I follow a lot of people that are like have just a ton of guinea pigs or like guinea pig sanctuaries.
Yeah.
There's
follow,
there's one in Berlin where they have 300 guinea pigs.
Holy
and
shit.
basically it's just a sanctuary. They don't like breed them for customers or anything. But when it is like breeding season, they have basically, because guinea pigs are like one of those animals like rabbits that'll just like make babies until they die because that's their prey. And that's like baked into their DNA. They have to keep the boys and the girls separate, otherwise they'll just like be going at it constantly. So they have, when it's breeding season, they have a little drawbridge that connects the two like guinea pig towns.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the funniest thing in the world. It's herbs for
That's
deer.
so fucking funny. Have you ever heard of the rescue Pipsqueakery?
Yes,
I love their shit.
me too.
I follow them for ages. Their stuff is so like heartwarming.
I think this is the game that like the most to me, outside of games that like specifically try to capture Studio Ghibli energy, this is the game to me that has like the most Studio Ghibli energy. That's like not really connected or
like,
trying to emulate that.
I think the thing it like really nails is like the sort of like simple wonder in like the quiet moments of life.
Yeah.
That's like such a signature of like Ghibli movies,
Totally.
is like
Totally.
making mundane life feel magical.
Me and Aislinn,
like,
I finally
spectacular.
got Aislinn to watch Kiki's Delivery Service. It's one of her favorite movies now.
Oh yeah.
And the part that I think of when you said that is there's a bit where she gets, it's like her third delivery or something, but she gets to she has to deliver like a treat from an old woman to her granddaughter's birthday.
Yeah.
It's a pot pie, but she can't make it because it's all What's up with this? Oh yeah, we get the wall recurring enemies, which are the funniest enemies in the game for sure. But anyway, sorry. Kiki ends up showing her how to use her old oven that she didn't know how to use, because Kiki's from like a very small village, and like the town in Kiki's Delivery Service is like very technologically advanced for like the era that kind of depicts the movie in.
Yeah.
And it's just like the whole time she's just baking, and like Aislinn, it was so interesting to me because Aislinn, when she was watching, she was like, oh my gosh, something's gonna happen, and like nothing happens. They just like spend an afternoon baking, and they have tea, and they hang out, and they laugh. And that's like kind of what, like, to me, like what you're talking about, where you're like these like quiet moments that aren't like you would never write a book about them, you know what I mean? You never write, like, this is only an hour and a half long movie, and this scene is like 15 minutes long. Like, it's a significantly long part of the movie.
Exactly, because like I one thing that those movies understand is that like important character moments don't need to be loud, and sometimes the most important character moments are the ones where they're just being a person.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just like, I don't know, just like romanticizing being alive.
Yeah.
In a way that's just like very
romanticizing the
lovely.
act of living.
Exactly. It's just like so like wonderful.
Oh, I agree.
I know, like, it always makes me want to cook, and it just, like, whenever I feel like...
For sure.
I don't want to cook, I, like, sometimes I'll, like, try and imagine, like, what it would look like in cooking it to make myself more excited about it.
Mm-hmm. We lost James. I'm sure he'll be back. Probably just having a little tech. Yeah.
Speak of the boy, and he shall return.
Ah! I'm here.
Welcome back.
Discord can't keep us away from each other.
My computer is just like, oh, you want no Wi-Fi connection now? And I'm like, no, I do really, computer.
I would actually love Wi-Fi connection. No, too late. You didn't say anything fast enough.
Like, Wi-Fi actually would sound super nice right now. It's like, no.
No.
No, actually, you're gonna get none.
So if you couldn't tell, this is our first kind of dungeon. I mean, technically there is the one before this, but it's a very short tutorial of kind of like what to expect of like the format.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I think every dungeon in the game, you either get an item that will change how you interact with the overworld, or a new brush technique.
Okay.
Oh yeah, speaking of like how diverse this game's areas are, one of the areas in the game is a son's hometown. We get to shrink down to his size.
Oh,
and we get to go to his little hometown in a little patch of grass.
That's so fun.
It's wonderful.
Well, steel fist sake.
We gotta push it.
It's an item. It's an item. It's an item that temporarily increases attack power, which means we will never use it.
Pretty much. We get a new enemy type right up ahead. Okay, we'll have to move it later.
All right.
Oh, I remember now. You have to make it unstone. This is a fun enemy. I like this design. He's Plant Bowser is what I call him in my head.
Oh my god, I love him.
Yeah, he's very funky.
I can see the moon from where I'm sitting on the couch, and it's like kind of orangey from the smoke.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was like really like orangey pink last night.
That's awesome. I love when the moon's weird colors. My favorite sky color is when the sky's like brown. Where like basically like, okay, the way I can describe it is like, it's not like brown like dark brown, it's like brown like almost beige. It's like a sunset color. Like
right after a thunderstorm?
Yeah.
Or like during a thunderstorm?
Yeah,
where, like,
during a thunderstorm, right
is
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
I know that light, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is the sort of like washed out periwinkle you see on distant thunderclaps.
That's a great one.
Oh yeah.
That's a great one.
I fucking love clouds, man. They're so cool.
Me too. I'm so glad. I was so sad in April and May when we like got like one big rainstorm. Yeah. Because rain is my favorite weather.
Same. I love thunderstorms. It's funny because like I have such an intense like startle response. Like it takes literally nothing for me to get like super spooked and like jump out of my skin. But I also fucking love thunderstorms.
Yeah, me too.
So like, love that contradiction for me. But like my love for thunderstorms outweighs the spook I get from every time I make a lightning crash.
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean I get it. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, they're just like so lovely.
They really are.
Yeah, I just like they're so fun, and especially like when it's like a big storm.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like my apartment is on the 10th floor.
Yeah.
And we're facing I believe we're facing south. Yeah, we're southward facing, so we get like sun all day.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever storms are coming in, we can just watch them like pull in. And like if it's like a steady, heavy downpour, we're able to stand on our balcony and not get wet.
Nice.
So we can just stand there and like watch like a huge torrential storm go through. It's so fun.
That's great.
I remember it would have been last August. There was a huge like thunderstorm that randomly came out of nowhere. One afternoon, it was like torrential, and like a huge branch of a willow tree fell in the middle of the street.
Oh wow.
And me and my Isaac and his cousin, who was our roommate, we're all standing on the balcony just like enjoying the weather, and then we saw the branch fell, and I was like, I'm gonna go move that.
Yeah.
Because I want some of the branches, and also I'm gonna move it out of the way so people can move through the street.
Right.
So I just like ran downstairs, and it was still like pouring rain, and just ran out and started like moved the branch off the road, and then started like pulling off like strips of it to like dry out because I wanted to make stuff with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like sitting there for a couple minutes pulling off branches and like have like a fistful of willow sticks, and right in front of where the or like just behind where along the road where the branch had fallen was a UPS truck. And I had not realized that the driver was still in that truck.
Oh wow.
When I was foraging for like willow sticks.
Yeah.
And I just like, as I was walking past, I like look over, and the the UPS truck driver was just like watching me with this like kind of befuddled grin, and just sort of gave a little wave, and I just like waved the willow branches and kept going.
That's funny.
It was so fucking funny.
Sorry, just plugging in the controller. It's getting a little low. There we go. That's funny though. It's like
yeah,
it is crazy. Like even as like people always tell me like, oh my god, I forgot this happens. People are always telling me like, oh, I love thunderstorms, but only when I'm inside. But like, I don't know, man. Even when I'm driving, I'm like, this is noticeably dangerous. Like I know this about the situation I'm in. I'm still like, damn, I love it.
Oh yeah, fully. Like I have to remind myself I shouldn't stand on the balcony when we're actively having lightning.
Yeah. That's an order to lock. You don't say.
It's freezing.
It's the feeling right before the storm starts for me.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's sort of like holding its breath feeling.
And like the atmospheric pressure is like right at that point where like you feel like a thing is going to happen, and you're like, tense.
I just love it when like the only thing I can hear if I open my window is just the sound of the rain. I'm like, this is the good shit.
Yes. Yeah, and then like every once in a while, cutting through the rain is just like a loud crack of thunder.
Exactly. Okay.
Crack.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, we get to. Okay, so these are my favorite enemies in the game. They're so funny.
Oh, Blackhead.
He has arms.
His arms are so like simultaneously scrawny and also ripped.
Yeah, I know. Did you think?
Like,
do you really think
honestly,
you can penetrate my airtight defense? Nothing can harm this body of mine. Of course, there are those weak points of mine. A clean blow there would slay me in an instant, but I wouldn't be foolish enough to expose such a weakness. If be on your way, you shall not pass.
I'm pretty sure these guys are based off like Japanese yokai.
For sure, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I know an enemy similar to this shows up in Neo 2. In Neo 2, all the enemies are yokai.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This made it really difficult for me as a kid. Like, this was one of the hardest things. I've done one of these. There's one of these. Also, sorry, just the animation. He just immediately shatters. Were my weak points so obvious? I have failed, but let it be known I died a warrior's death. I love them all.
Oh my god.
So funny.
Can you imagine if you had, like, if someone poked 2 spots on you, you would explode?
I know.
like, I feel like that's a big sort of thing to have weighing on your mind. Like, you're just like out in Starbucks, and if someone touches your elbow weird, you explode.
Yeah, it'd be horrible.
That'd
Someone
be
would give
so
you a hug, and you'd be
stressful.
like, "Wow, I really don't trust you."
It's like, all right, please do not touch like any part of my back.
Yeah.
You
Luckily
can
for
hug
the
my front, and that's it.
for the strong blockheads, they have to touch like 5 points simultaneously. That are all like
Oh my God.
fairly specific.
Holy shit.
Also, the locks being afraid of the arrows, very funny. They're like trying to get away. They're like, ah.
I love his tongue.
I know, they're so great. Every enemy design, every like character design, this game just oozes style, man.
Mmm.
Okay, this is a hard enemy, I think. It's blue.
Blue Squirrel. Imp.
We
They
got him.
remind me of frogs.
Yeah, kind of fun, like. They play funky music and doesn't afraid of anything.
Just like a frog.
Play the funky music, white boy. I know how
Got
to
him.
sing.
That's what happens if you perfectly guard someone with the shield.
Ooh,
It's really tight, but if you do it, it's pretty great.
nice.
Also very funny to watch Ami do it, especially because she's in a Marvel vs. Capcom game,
Oh my god.
and she does that to people, and it's fucking hilarious watching her like suplex Wolverine.
That's fucking amazing.
So funny.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it's very good. She was always paired up with Beautiful Joe for like story stuff, and he's like riding her. And she's just like onward. It's very good.
Oh, can I share an idea I had the other day that I'm so excited about?
Please.
I was what's it called? Isaac and I were chatting about world building stuff because he's running a modern setting D&D game.
Okay.
And he was getting my help designing what like pets would look like in the different realms.
Oh sure, yeah.
Not realms, in like the different planes.
Yeah.
And I had the idea of like mimics being like pets.
Oh, I love
And
that.
like there being like you can like you get a tank and you will like set it up to look like a desk or like a bookshelf or like I don't know, you could put like action figures in it. You can just like put objects in it as like a little scene and then you put your mimic in and then it can choose different objects to like pretend to be.
I love that.
And you can like swap out different objects as like enrichment and like I have this whole like vision of there being like a subgenre on like whatever fantasy TikTok there is of like people doing like mimic cage reveals and like having crazy like mimic colonies and stuff and like I put way too much thought into it, but I love the idea of like pet mimics.
Yeah, I actually in the D&D campaign that I run, the home game that I run, M's character, I can say this because M's not here, but M's character, is it Naira or Nyla? Jay, do you remember?
Sorry, what?
Do you remember M's character's name in Terka? Is it Nyla? Is it Naira?
Nyla. N-A-I-L-A-H.
Cool. Yeah, Nyla. They have a mace that, upon hearing a word in Celestial, will like it's a mimic. It's a live mimic that she can communicate with and turn it into any other weapon.
Oh, cool.
And you know, I can say this because I know that James is like a good player who will never use this not knowing this against me. There's like a tie-in for a potential story of them finding a whole city of mimics. Where like
Okay.
yeah, where the Nyla's weapon is like a prince in the city,
Ooh.
and was like originally left in order to find someone to help them, like free their city.
That's so cool.
That's what I was.
There's
gonna
a lot
do.
of
there's a lot of
of
hooks
people-
in that game.
I was gonna say there's a lot of people looking for other people to solve their problems for them.
Yeah, that's RPGs, baby.
Yeah. I was gonna say one of them is in our party.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's
love
like Thunder. It's like Thunder's his whole deal.
Yeah, he's looking for people who are powerful enough to destroy the monster in his village. I think if I was gonna do a different D&D game, I would do it like fully. I would try to like fully convert it to Final Fantasy.
Ooh.
I'd want to do a Final Fantasy game. I was looking at TTRPGs that would work for it, that aren't like D&D. And there's a couple that I was looking at. Like there's 12th Age is kind of similar to D&D, but like has some 13th Age. Sorry. It's kind of similar, but also different in a lot of ways from D&D.
Yeah.
The best way I can put it is it's like if you set out to make a game that was like D&D, but like demonstrably not D&D at the same time, that's kind of the game that you would like. That's the conclusion you'd reach.
Okay.
I haven't read it yet, but Tidebreaker might fit.
I don't know anything about Tidebreaker, I don't think.
So Tidebreaker is being advertised as a cinematic TTRPG.
Oh, interesting.
So it focuses on making fights seem like dynamic and like exciting.
Well, that definitely fits Final Fantasy.
There seems to be like a system about like stacking stuff in order to get like crits, basically.
Oh, that's cool. Kind of like in my head, I'm thinking of 10 million HP Planet.
It's a little like 10 million HP Planet, but this is more meant to be a campaign game.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And is it more like crunchy, or is it more like feely?
It has some good crunch to it. It looks like more than our usual stuff anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like PBTA or anything.
Right.
So, I have to read it. It's been a little while, but
Been a while.
you know,
Ruins Map. That's very good.
from the look of it, like they have like a thing about you can like, they have like different like, you can basically write like different like quote unquote skins for the game depending on like what you're trying to like evoke.
I like that.
Because I saw the designer talking with some people about like ideas for like what a Pokemon skin would look like, basically.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to look into it.
I think the Kickstarter's still going. I could be wrong.
I'll have to take a look. Always looking for new TTRPGs because, you know, where masks had been dominant, Voidheart is slowly pulling my heartstrings. You know, I'm loving it.
There is 62 hours left on the campaign for.
Oh,
Tiger
perfect!
King.
I got paid tonight. Oh wait, you wanted me to follow the water. 'Cause I couldn't do that before. I'm excited. We get a wind power later on, and it makes traversing through lily pad very easy because you can just blow the lily pad in a direction.
Oh, that's useful.
Yeah.
Already done survey.
Feels kind of shockingly smooth too.
That's good.
Yeah, it's awesome. I also, another thing that I'm looking at, I always forget, is when you're doing this stuff, the flowers that grow, like, follow your exact brush stroke in the order that you did it, like, in the timing you did it, which is really interesting. Like, if I go, like, you really see it follow this path. It's great.
Yeah. I love that.
There's so many small, like, detail-attentive things in this game.
Yeah, like, they really... like, just polished off, like, the vibe really well.
Yeah. Another brush stroke. We get the final blooming ability. That's they do this kind of thing a lot, where they kind of space out. Like, if they have one ability that's kind of complicated and can do a lot of things, they'll make it like a dungeon ability so that you kind of like get different aspects across the whole dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's smart.
Monkey.
We love the third monkey. Symbol's monkey is best monkey. Watch this. I mean, come on.
The fucking panache.
Almost.
I love monkeys.
Yeah. Yeah, so they call them grooves, which are custom modifications to the base tiebreaker rules.
Okay, cool.
So they were talking about making a Pokemon groove a while ago.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna support the Kickstarter.
Monkeys are so fun.
They are
Like,
one of the
being a
most
good
fun
macaque.
monkeys. I said they're
Macaques
one of
are
the
so
most fun
good.
monkeys. I meant one of the most fun animals.
Yeah.
He's the god that can make vines do his bidding. So now we can, when we see these specifically, we can draw a line from them to us, and they will zoom us over.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's like Samus's chain shot a little bit.
That's awesome.
You can really see the Zelda inspiration on this one.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's also such a unique take for like a Zelda game.
Yeah.
Like, damn, dude. I like, you know, when I was a kid, I was like, this feels like one of the most unique ideas for a game you could ever have. And I kind of always assumed that like that concept would grow out, where I'd be like, oh, like, you know, I was just a young kid, like I didn't really know like all the things you could do, but like it still feels like one of the most unique concepts for a game.
It's
you know,
super fun.
15 years later, it's like still to me like one of those games where I'm like, you can really tell they went in with like a vision.
I was going to say, like, they knew what they wanted to do going in. Like, they had a very clear, like,
every element
style.
is so harmonious.
Yeah, like, they just, like, they knew the experience they wanted to deliver and then made sure they delivered on every part of that.
Exactly.
It's great. We love to see it.
We do. I think you can also go from vine to vine. Yeah, it's very fun.
Ooh.
Spider dog. Spider dog.
I was gonna say that this is like a limp little puppy flopping around through the sky.
Imagine like walking into this cave.
Yeah.
Just watching a fucking dog getting yanked from flower to flower.
Yep. Oh, I like this puzzle. I remember this one now.
Sly?
Sly Cooper. Oh, don't do me. Oh, you did me. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Goodbye.
Just drop me off. Wait. Okay. You gotta wait a little bit. I don't want to lose all my ink. Now we can lose all our ink. Also, there's Zelda equivalent "You solved the puzzle" jingle. Very good. Very good.
Yeah. I was gonna say the sound design in this is very fun. I love the all the little statues because I recognize them from like ancient like art.
Yeah,
that
they're
studied
called
in the
like
past.
Dogama or something, right?
I think so.
Something like that.
I recognize them from some of my old art history classes, university.
Ah, yes.
Do gotta say, art history was my least favorite part of my degree. I hated doing art history so much.
I mean, a really bad vibe. What's beyond the store? You sure we're ready? Maybe we should go back outside. Are we ready? Yeah.
Boss gate. Boss gate.
Yep.
Boss gate.
Give me the giant.
Give me the boy.
There's a golden gate. It'll store the memories of all you've done if you pass through it. That way, if you ever die, you can start over again from that point. It's a free pass to continue with your game even after you mess up. But it does have its limits. The stored memory will be wiped clean if you quit. This is basically them being like, hey, we couldn't really get an autosave to work. But we could give you an autosave right before bosses. But it will go away if you quit the game.
It's like a quick save almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of
Yo, Ami is so freaking animated. I love her so much.
She's, especially for like a pooch.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of like character and like personality to her.
Nice comment.
And so silly too.
She's so silly.
It's very fun seeing like someone who like is widely regarded is like a goddess and is like literally like
a little
god
goofball.
of the sun.
Yeah.
And is also like a dork and falls from cliffs.
Just doesn't look where
silly.
she's going. Gets mad when people are mean.
Has naps in the middle of monologues.
She's so relatable.
Honestly,
I wanted Ami for Smash so badly.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
I would have freaked out, dude.
Isun, what are you doing, bud?
He found the pup. Hey, is there a dog down there? Soon. Ami, protective friend. Like, come on!
Oh my god!
She's so
Hey,
great.
Matrix, calm down. Can you not be a little more grateful for
Right?
the fact that you were just rescued?
Honestly, being grateful is actually a big part of his son's arc, so I will excuse it.
Okay.
Because like a big part of his character arc is like learning that when people are nice to him, you need to be like thankful for that. It's not like something you're just gonna have.
Yeah.
It's good. Like his son has a really good arc.
That.
Yeah, this thing is
Especially the
scary.
fact that like gratitude's such a big part of this story. And
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, I love how fucked up this motherfucker is.
Yeah. This is big yokai. Big famous yokai. The
I
spider
love it.
woman.
She's nasty.
Sorry, Ami just sitting down and yawning. Big flex.
Yeah.
Big flex.
She's terrifying. I love her.
Yeah, she's really great.
Speak your last words, fool.
I am a dog.
Imagine saying that and then finding out afterwards that that's the god of the sun.
Yeah.
How dare you! Dog is not usually on my menu, but I shall make you an exception.
That's like high-key terrifying.
Oh yeah. What are you talking about? I saw that dog you gobbled up. And besides, this ain't no dog. This here is a god. Well now, the beast can speak. Very well then. I shall send you back to where you came from. This shall not hurt a bit. Stand still for just a moment.
Oh my god. Whoa. What a shot.
Right?
The framing of that.
There's a lot
Holy
of
shit.
those kind of shots where you're like, damn, dude.
It's like, oh
Ami
yeah,
kind of a
that's really
badass.
shit. Oh man, like even like this boss stage is like the scale of it's great.
Oh yeah. Classic Zelda boss design. Use your new item to defeat the enemy.
I love how there's just eyes everywhere in the butt.
Yep. His eyes in the butt.
What is going on with the fucking eyes, Todd?
What about the eyes though?
Pop.
Swear,
Oh, you're gonna spit this
on the
out?
front of your guy.
And all the like hands that are like twisted backwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They did not skimp on the scarier details of yokai.
Yeah.
Okay.
Admittedly, this fight was very hard when I was young because I didn't know that you had to do that for a little bit.
Yeah.
but you know, you figure it out.
Look, once we've been coddled by someone telling us to get up on the Hydra's back for so long,
Exactly.
we have to figure things out.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, I mean, at least his training was worth it.
It's true.
His message was received and clear.
Yeah, sure, just give me Godhood. I'll be fine. Yeah. This is a thing I also, like, I literally do this every time I play a game, no matter what game it is. I always mimic the noises that monsters make.
Yeah,
Not well. But it's, for whatever reason.
I definitely understand the need to parrot the sounds of the things happening near you, because I do that all the time.
Okay, we got it. Fair enough, fair enough. Maybe this is why it was hard. Okay. I'll just do a little lash and then start running quick. Alright, do your attack. I'll wait. There we go. There we go. Okay. Hey.
Nice.
Nice.
Get wrecked, Spider Queen.
I'm gonna save that precious dog.
Gotta get them.
And it blooms into a big, pretty lily.
Mm-hmm. What a beautiful cliff. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the name of the trope where the ending mimics the beginning? Bookend? Is it a bookend?
Oh, fuck.
Is it bookending?
Yeah, bookending.
Yeah, bookended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say for this stream, because we started on a cutscene like this. We're gonna end on a cutscene like this, I think. Finish the dungeon. I feel like it's probably a good place to, you know, call it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Alright. This is beautiful art, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
So yeah, we got a new weapon.
Ooh.
New shield.
That looks tight as shit.
Very tight.
Oh my god, I love it.
So there's like weapon types in the game, right? So these are reflectors, I guess. Oh, James, may I ask you to take up the blade? My good man.
And
I can actually do it as well if you
take them out.
And block.
Beautiful.
Yeet.
Goodbye.
I love how one of their random things has the random word, which just randomly has Pokemon in the middle of the name.
Yeah.
They also are both ending with the same number sequence. So.
Oh, that's freaky.
Yeah. Both end with 1231.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the victory howl. This is the thing after every boss. I heard about this. They do this every time. I love it. Anyway, you can imagine. I mean, like, you know, we all know this game is beautiful, but like, you can imagine how much more impressive it was in 2006.
Oh my god, yeah.
Where like I saw this and I was like, I can't believe this game looks so good. Like, it's like playing a painting. Like, it was unbelievable.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. I was so impressed.
Aww.
Give me back my key. I gotta go save Ume quick. Huh?
I thought he was calling his dog Bad Dog.
No. Ume, is that you? Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you? It must have been so scary all alone.
Fucking yeet.
What's wrong, Ume? about your dog, kid. He was deep within the ruins, and he didn't seem to want to leave. How come, Ume? This is so sweet. Like, I can't believe how heartfelt this all is. Are you mad at me for running away without you? You got it all wrong, kid. You only think you left your dog behind. Truth is, he decided to stay at the ruins himself. He did? But why? Maybe he was trying to set an example by showing you how anyone, even a dog, could have an adventure.
Aww.
Look at it this way. There's not much separating a boy from a man. They grow up before you know it and accomplish great things. I see. So I guess you knew everything, Ume. Like how my dad told me to go fix the bridge destroyed by the storm. And how I tried to get out of it because I was scared of failing. But your fearless adventure has changed me. You've given me the courage to stop shirking responsibility. What a beautiful little story and lesson.
I'm so happy. Where did he get that stick?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
That's what I love. Like, this game is so goofy.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Listen, the dog has secrets. The dog actually, I will say, the dog actually does have secrets.
I love that.
So we're going to meet, I think, 5 or 6 dogs throughout the game that aren't like Ami. They will come back as minor protagonists later on.
Oh, I love that.
It's pretty fantastic. Actually, is there a mirror back here? I didn't see. No.
Local dog gang possesses multitudes.
Yeah, literally though.
Although even the map is like a painting.
I know. It is crazy because for a game with like a kind of what I would describe as a more complex art style than most games, everything is still so exceptionally simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean that in like a really positive way. Like nothing is blurry or muddy. Like you can tell
it's
everything.
super legible.
Yeah.
And like it saves power on like lighting because like the lighting is super like implied and not like active. And
there we go.
yeah.
No, that's great.
It reminds me of like if I had all the time and resources in the world, I would love to make a game where the graphics are entirely stitched.
Oh yeah.
It's like cross stitching is just like effectively tactile pixel art, so you could just like make sure you line them up to the grid, and then you can have all the assets just be different cross stitched pieces, and then like it'd be super cool because then like once the game's out, you could like auction off actual like cells of the game.
True.
As like art pieces, and people can collect like actual physical parts of the game.
It's like
super cool.
It's like a actually responsible version of NFTs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you could like own a scene of a game.
Exactly. And then it's just like
it's kind of like when they do like a season of Survivor and they sell off people's like torches or like people's bandanas, and they're like, oh, you know, you can own a piece of like, oh, you can own a little piece of the season. And it's like, that's a good idea.
That's why I always thought Yoshi's Woolly World's art style was fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If I had all the time in the world and like the money to like hire people to help me, like I don't even know what this game would be about. I just know I want to do that.
Yeah.
I'll let someone else design the thing. I'll just make the graphics.
Yeah. On that note, we're gonna call it for tonight.
Absolutely.
We'll be back on Wednesday with more Okami. Thank you guys for joining me. And we'll call it there. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Awesome.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.